30-second break. Back with more on Q102. Okay, Elizabeth, if you can text me a picture of what that we have a minute and 20 seconds gone here in the first quarter, and I believe we're live now as well at exploreokoboji.com on our live video stream here this evening.
Okoboji still putting a little bit of pressure here on George Little Rock as they bring it up the court.
And George Little Rock trying to get into an offensive rhythm here. And they'll drive in. The shot out, and the ball is kicked. And it will be George Little Rock basketball, the inbound here. Mustangs get it in. It's kicked again. And it will remain George Little Rock basketball. Coach Reed Gertis calling out the play. Inbounding here is Gherkin. And gets the ball in here to Anderson. Back out to Odens. Odens for three. No. And a rebound goes to Okoboji. Actually, a jump ball, and it'll be possession here of George Little Rock. And they throw it in here, and nobody's ready for it. And chasing after it is Emerson Netton. And then the ball is tipped around, they say, and Ella Stoll trying to get in there for a steal. We're going to have a jump ball called. And that time, George Little Rock will turn it over. And it will be Okoboji basketball after the turnover there.
Okoboji starting strong here on defense, not letting George Little Rock create any opportunities.
Driving in here is Karstens. Her shot is good. Carly Karstens from the baseline. 10-0 Pioneers, or in this case, Wildcats tonight on Arnolds Park Throwback Night. Now almost another steal, and a jump ball is called. Great defense there again by McKenna Helmers.
And I say Arnolds, I guess we're going to call it Arnolds Park for now, but
sure.
They started hot on defense and offense here, 10-0 lead early.
And forcing 3 turnovers.
Right. And there's another one.
And Karstens back into the front court here, a little behind the back dribble into the paint. Dishes it down inside, a little too far underneath to Montana Wilson, but then a shot is up, no good. George Little Rock going to come away with the rebound this time around. And it'll be Netton to bring it up the floor here. Emerson Netton tries to throw it inside. Loose ball picked up again by Karstens. Wants to run with it. Bounce pass to Helmers. Now they'll kick it back out. Packabush down inside. Off the glass, good for Montana Wilson.
Montana Wilson with 5 here in the early goings.
Okoboji shooting 50% early in this one. They lead 12-0. Again, on Q102 and the live video stream at exploreokoboji.com. Thanks to Karstens Financial Group this evening. Mustangs in a little trouble here. Gherkin going to find Odens. She'll drive into the paint, and we're going to have a foul here, I think. That time they're going to say Stoll is going to be committing a blocking foul, and that will be on the arm, I guess. That'll be the first team foul on Okoboji. 2 fouls so far on George Little Rock. Gherkin has 1 of them, I believe. And so does Anderson. So some new players check into the ball game here for both squads. Ball is tipped inside as George Little Rock tried to go in with it there, and Okoboji picks up a loose basketball. And here's Karstens top of the key. Goes to the wing. Here's a 3 on the way. That's for Lene Abrahamson. That goes down. And it's all Okoboji, 15-0. Jaya Klingenberg, a senior, gets it into the front court for the Mustangs. And a reach-in foul here. Yeah, Abrahamson snuck a hand in there, and that'll be her first foul, team foul number 2. Okoboji will bring into the game Megan Titterington, giving Montana Wilson a breather. Mustangs looking to inbound. Got to find somebody. And they find Klingenberg. Klingenberg, top of the key. Picks up the dribble. Ooh, almost double dribbled there. I think there was a hand in there from Okoboji. There's kind of a little give and go. Good pass, but the layup won't go. Offensive rebound, though. Putback attempt no good for the Mustangs, and free throws coming up here on a foul. It'll be Shaylin Denikus going to the line, and the foul will go on number 32, Megan Titterington, her first team foul number 3. So George Little Rock trying to get on the board here. Denikus makes the first free throw. 5'11" senior George Little Rock has a team 47% free throw shooters. Okoboji 62%. And Denikus, another free throw is good. So that puts the Mustangs on the board. It's 15-2 Okoboji here on Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback night. And into the front court to Poss, who's into the ball game. Now back out to Abrahamson. Picks up the dribble, tries to go to Carson's inside. High pass picked up by Lorenzen. She'll dribble it back out a little bit. Now back out to Abrahamson. Now Lorenzen. Into Abrahamson in the paint. Back out to Lorenzen. Swings it around to Karstens. Karstens to the elbow. Then a ball is tipped around, and George Little Rock's going to come away and force Okoboji's first turnover. Into the front court comes Taryn Odens. Drives all the way down. Spin move, shot up. It's good. Little fadeaway there. First shot from the floor to go down for the Mustangs. 15-4 Pioneers. Here's Poss. Tara puts it on the floor and then travels. Pioneers are going to bring Packabush back in, and also Stoll, and also Courtney Bachman, a sophomore, into the game for the first time tonight.
A lot of different players seeing time already here early for Okoboji.
About 10 or 12 of them will see the floor on an average night for the Pioneers. Here's Klingenberg. Gets it into the front court, loses the handle on it. It's out of bounds, last touch by Packabush. Well, Okoboji's made it very difficult for George Little Rock to even get in any sort of a rhythm at all.
Yeah, like you said, just a handful of seconds ago, the first shot from the floor goes down for George Little Rock.
Yeah. Now they'll swing it around. Odins, we got a foul here. And the foul will go on, I believe, Megan Titterington. That'll be quickly 2 on her. Yep. And
She'll
Wilson
check
checks back in. And so Titterington picks up the second foul for her, team foul number 4, and an inbounds play here for the Mustangs. Trying to find somebody, and they will get it in here to Odens, and she'll draw a foul again. So Okoboji getting a little ticky-tack here as far as the fouls are concerned. Maybe need to clean that up just a hair. It'll be a foul on Bachman, her first. The good news, though, when you're playing 12, you can afford to foul a little bit here and there.
Yeah, a lot of different players with experience definitely opens up a lot.
There's a loose ball on the inbounds play, picked up by Odens for George Little Rock. She'll go to the left wing to Klingenberg, puts it on the floor. Nothing there. Back out to Netton. Netton drives the baseline underneath and tries to bounce pass to Wiley Steenhoven, who's into the game for the first time tonight. She can't corral it. That's the 7th turnover on the Mustangs. And they'll bring Hannah Anderson and Cammie Gherkin back into the ballgame. George Little Rock has definitely struggled some this season, and certainly doesn't help when you're not returning maybe a whole lot of returning talent and you're playing in a tough league like the Siouxland. Pioneers with the basketball. Bachman. Bounce pass down to Helmers. Now she'll dribble it back out inside to Stoll. Waits for the defense to go up. Gets around him, and Ella Stoll with her first points of the night.
Just a nice little cut action there by Ella Stoll to create a couple of points there for Okoboji.
Gherkin gets away from some of the defenders. She's alone at the elbow at the moment. Doesn't shoot the ball, though. Hands it off to Steenhoven. Drives in amongst the trees. Shot up no good. Rebound will go to the Pioneers. And running back the other way is Bachman. Bachman out to Stoll. They were looking for Wilson. George Little Rock in a zone. They don't want to let Wilson go off on him. Now here's a pass back out to Packabush. Kind of a dangerous throw with 1:52 to go here in the first quarter. Inside to Wilson, and she's going to draw a foul on the arm here this time around.
Wilson found the soft spot in the zone defense there. She was able to create a little space, but quickly was fouled before she could put the shot up or pass it.
And Gherkin commits the foul. It'll be 2 on her, and she'll take a seat. And here's a 3 attempt that's no good for Okoboji, and a rebound will go to George Little Rock. 17-4 Pioneers, 1:40 to go first quarter. And Motter drives down to the baseline. Now back up top, Klingenberg. Klingenberg puts up a shot. No. Rebound will go to the Mustangs, though. They'll get another attempt at it. No good. Well, I take that back. It had second thoughts.
Yeah, it used every part of the rim. It was a 3-ball.
All right, Hannah Anderson with the first tray of the night for the Mustangs. The lead is 10. Wilson, back out to Carson. She saves it, though. Now Stoll puts it on the floor at the free throw line. Gets it back over to Helmers. Now a loose ball picked up by Packabush. Bounce pass over to Karstens. Karstens into the lane. Floater, no, I think it was partially blocked.
Yeah, it looked like somebody from George Little Rock got a hand on that one.
Klingenberg wants to run a little bit here. Now picks up the dribble. Goes to Steenhoven. She'll drive the baseline. Good cut to the basket. Can't make the shot, though, and the rebound goes to the much taller Wilson, but George Little Rock steals it right back, and a layup is good. That is Callie Motter. That was a good defensive set there by her. Now Packabush and the Pioneers will try to respond. Helmers back out to Packabush.
They may be holding on to this one for last shot, too.
20 seconds here.
Well, maybe not.
From the elbow, it's good. Hey, if you get an open shot, why not?
Yeah.
Okoboji's lead is 10 once again at 19-9. 10 seconds to go first quarter. Klingenberg. And it's intercepted by Karstens. And Carly Karstens has a layup opportunity. Oh, can't make it at the other end, though. And we're going to have a foul here at the end of the first half. Or no, they say it goes out of bounds. So 19-9, Okoboji leads George Little Rock after one. Second quarter in a minute on Q102.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
And we welcome you back here to Okoboji High School. 19-9, the Pioneers lead the George Little Rock Mustangs for girls and boys basketball tonight on Q102. And we're live video streaming this Arnolds Park Throwback night at exploreokoboji.com. And we have a foul here early in the quarter. And a foul on the arm will be the fourth on the Mustangs, and it will be against Callie Motter, and that'll be her first. So Pioneer basketball, 3 attempt on the way is off the mark for Pass, and a rebound goes to the Mustangs. And up top, Netton. They'll go to the wing to Anderson. And back over to Motter. A lot of contact, no call. Now they'll kick it back out. Odens drives left side of the lane. Wild shot will fall for Taryn Odens. Kind of chucked that thing up there, and it went down.
Odens with 4 now for George Little Rock.
And there's a shot that's good. Okoboji, I didn't catch who that was.
That was Olivia Lorenzen on that shot. Kind of the same shot that Odens just took, kind of a wild layup that managed to find its way home.
Sometimes it's good to be lucky. 21-11. 7:04. We're going to have a carry here on George Little Rock. That's their 9th turnover. Well, turnovers have been a problem for Okoboji this season. They're averaging well over 20 a game. But tonight, at least so far, only 3 unofficially, and I have 9 for George Little Rock unofficially early in this one.
Doing a good job controlling the ball here so far are the Wildcats.
And a good pressure defense. Yes, Arnolds Park Throwback night. I love the uniforms. Here's Helmers. Up top, Lorenzen. Bounce pass. And they're going to say she travels. Yep. Kind of got halfway tied up there, and not a whole lot she could do about that. Okoboji's going to bring into the game Lydia Bundy for the first time tonight. And I didn't catch who the other player was that's checking back in. Historically, the Pioneers have an edge in this one. We'll talk more about that here in a moment. George Little Rock just about loses the handle on it. It's picked up by Motter. Now they'll go back out to Netton. Inside the paint. I don't know what you got here. Foul is called.
Not sure what the foul was there.
It'll be on. Well, if it's on George Little Rock, why do they have the ball?
I thought they pointed towards. Maybe we got our wires crossed.
Well, it must have given that foul to perhaps Wilson there.
Well, they didn't add a foul on the scoreboard.
Well, they gave somebody a foul, but a 4. But okay. Either way, and they have now 5 fouls for George Little Rock as well. And there's a shot that goes for the Pioneers. And who was that again? That was Packabush, right? Yeah.
I had Helmers on that one.
Well,
Number
they just
30?
said it was Packabush.
Okay.
All right. 24-11, Okoboji. Either way, we know that part is right. I was looking down at my sheet at the wrong time the last 2 times on the floor. There's a good defensive play there by Lydia Bundy as she knocks it out of bounds. Check that they call her for a foul.
And just got a little over-aggressive trying to pursue the ball, and here's a steal by Packabush.
Ava into the front court, and it won't fall. Okoboji tries to tip it out of bounds. It won't go. So 10th turnover there on George Little Rock almost turns into more points for the Pioneers. They lead by 13, 24-11, 5:47 to go here in the first half. And this is Oden's bringing it up for the Mustangs. Kicks it into the corner. 3 attempt. Anderson off the mark, and a rebound goes to the Pioneers. And Lorenzen into the front court. Dishes it down to Helmers, left wing. Now back out to Packabush. Now she'll kick it into the corner to Bundy for 3. Got it to go. Lydia Bundy into the scorer's books tonight. And Okoboji's lead is 16. On the other end, Owens travels. Yep. Took that extra step. So Okoboji leads this series 14-11 in the last 25 games, but George Little Rock won both of them last year, 52-45 and 43-29. The Pioneers had won several in a row prior to that, though. Pioneers with the basketball here and a big lead. 5 minutes to go here, first half. Packabush puts it on the floor out to Bundy. Now she'll put it back on the floor. Goes to the wing to Lorenzen for 3. Off the mark, and a rebound goes to George Little Rock. Emerson Netton comes down with the rebound. Quick outlet here to Odens. Bounce pass into the corner. Yeah, maybe committed a travel there. Gherkin, right side. Now out for a 3 attempt. Steenhoven. That goes for Wiley Steenhoven. And they cut the lead to 27-14.
That sure looked like a carry to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. And now a little miscommunication. Right. Either way,
that'll make up for it.
It'll be the 5th turnover on the Pioneers as Ella Stoll will check back in for Boji to give Bundy a breather. 4:27 to go until halftime. 27-14 Okoboji. They're also going to bring Titterington back in. She'll have to be careful with the 2 fouls as Wilson gets a well-earned breather. And here, we got a shoe that needs to be tied for the Mustangs. Gives us a chance to thank a few sponsors, the Eye Care Center of Spirit Lake and Lakes Regional Healthcare, making our broadcast possible. George Little Rock with the basketball. And it's Gherkin with the shoes tied now. Ooh, and he's going to draw a reach-in foul, and yep, Ella Stoll. That one was right in front of the official.
And that'll be the 7th on Okoboji, so
yeah, free throws coming up here
for George Little Rock.
Gherkin, the sophomore, will go to the line. And she is a 50% free throw shooter on the season. First free throw on the way, on the 1-and-1, I should say, is no good, and the rebound goes to Okoboji and Titterington. And Stoll brings it up to the elbow. Out to Karstens, who's into the game for 3. Off the mark, back iron, no good, and a rebound goes to the Mustangs. And a quick outlet to Oden, and she'll race into the front court and tries to do a wild layup, no good, but she's fouled in the act of shooting, and it'll be 2 free throws coming up, and that's the 8th team foul on Okoboji. And it will be foul number 2 on Courtney Bachman, who's also back into the ball game here. Free throw for Odens is good. I'll thank a few more sponsors. Siouxland Scale Services and CC Screen Printing. And we thank Karsten's Financial Group for sponsoring tonight's live video stream at ExploreOkoboji.com. And thanks to Matthew working overtime to get us on the air. Nice job. And that one is no good off the back iron. Rebound goes to the Pioneers. And Packabush brings it back the other way. Thought about throwing it down to the baseline to Helmers, but the defense had gotten back. Now Stoll top of the key to Helmers. And back to Stoll. Into the corner, Packabush. Bounces it inside Titterington. And Titterington shot up, no. And a rebound goes to, well, almost to George Little Rock. We're going to have a foul on Okoboji. They're going to say Titterington shoves her on the foul or on the rebounds. And, yeah, unfortunately for Megan Titterington, that's number 3, and it was right in front of the official. She'll check back out, and Montana Wilson will come back into the ballgame here.
Yeah, you said it just kind of right in front of the official there on that one, and it felt like an avoidable foul, but regardless, Titterington will take a seat.
And the 9th team foul means a 1-and-1 free throw attempt here for Taryn Odens, and that one is no good, and a rebound will go to Wilson. Stoll into the front court to the wing. Into the corner, Karstens. Karstens puts it on the floor. Back out to Helmers. Swinging around to Packabush rather. Now back up top, Karstens. Thought about a 3, now back over to Stoll. Surveys the floor and tries to throw it cross court, and it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Emerson Netton, who almost got a steal there. Mustangs bring Hannah Anderson back into the ball game, and looks like they brought Jaya Klingenberg back in as well. Packabush inbounds here to Karstens. To Packabush. Open shot, gets around her defenders, puts that long 2 up. It's no good, but the offensive rebound and putback is there for Montana Wilson.
That was just a long pass is all.
Sure. That's what they love it to be counted as, but it worked either way, right?
Right.
A 3 on the other end is too long. That could have been the same situation, but George Little Rock did not have the position there. And Cammie Gherkin will pick up foul number 3, 6th team foul, and they'll have to bring Callie Motter back in for her. So it's 29-15 Pioneers with 2:46 to go here in the first half of our girls matchup. Boys game later on tonight. Wilson along the baseline, out to Packabush. Nothing there. Back out to Wilson. Now finds Lorenzen in traffic. Ball tipped around, and we're going to have a foul here. I think they're going to get Jaya Klingenberg. She came in and ran right into Ella Stoll. And so Klingenberg will pick up her first foul, and that's the 17th team foul. So a 1-and-1 free throw here for 6-foot senior Ella Stoll for Okoboji. And free throw is good for Ella Stoll. Gets another one here. And I believe coming up at halftime, Kurt Karstens, the Karstens Financial Group, will join us and talk a little bit about the inspiration behind Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback Night. That'll be exciting. Second free throw on the way, good for Ella Stoll. Some new players check in for Okoboji. Abrahamson back in. Who else came back in here? I think that maybe actually was the only move they made. George Little Rock brought a few new players in as well. Here's Callie Motter over to net and throws it over her head, and there's turnover number 12. And if you look at George Little Rock, 20 turnovers a game is what they're averaging. And it's showing at the moment. Okoboji, Wilson, back out to Abrahamson. And A puts it on the floor to Karstens and gets the ball poked free and out of bounds. And they'll say it's off of Karstens. That was a good defensive play there by Motter.
Motter just swatted it the right way, so the ball ended up touching Karstens last.
Here's George Little Rock, and they get the ball poked free.
Karstens just tried to do the same thing.
So Netton will inbound here for the Mustangs. After a loose basketball, and we got a loose basketball again, and this one's going to be stolen away. Lorenzen into the front court and can't get the layup to fall. And the rebound goes to George Little Rock. And then back the other way, it's Motter. And she tries to toss it down inside, and Karstens comes away with the steal. Now Packabush into the front court to Abrahamson. Squares up for a deep three. No. Off the front of the rim, and the rebound goes to George Little Rock. Here's Odens. Ooh, just about traveled. Spin move, shot up. No. Rebound goes to Okoboji and Packabush. Minute 30 to go. It's a 16-point lead for Okoboji. Abrahamson up top. Lorenzen to Karstens at the wing. Gets free. Puts the shot up. No. Rebound, though, goes to Wilson. Kicks it back out. Now Karstens gets another attempt at it. Loses the handle on it, but she's fouled, and that's why. Free throw's coming up. And the foul goes against Emerson Netton. That'll be her first.
Well, that was quite a sequence back and forth. Couple of turnovers, couple of missed shots.
So free throws coming up. Lydia Bundy checked back in for Okoboji, and also McKenna Helmers. And here's Karsten's free throw attempt, and it is good. High school sports on Q102. Thanks to your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee, Lakes News Shopper, and United Community Bank. Carly Karstens with another free throw attempt, and that one is nothing but net as well. Okoboji's lead over George Little Rock, 33-15 on Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback Night. We're live here on both Q102 and our video stream at exploreokoboji.com. And George Little Rock and Emerson Netton bring it into the front court to the wing. Netton gets harassed a little bit there by Helmers, and I think they're going to get Helmers with a foul on the arm. And they are. It was a good, I like the aggressiveness of Helmers, but can't hack on the arm. That'll be the first foul on Helmers, team foul number 10, so automatically 2 free throws here for Emerson Netton. And the first one is on the way. Good. On the family of stations tonight, we have high school wrestling over on KUOO. Spirit Lake Park is hosting GTRA and Sioux Central. We'll have the Spirit Lake Park matches around 7 o'clock, and that's missed free throw, but a rebound attempt goes to George Little Rock, and Netton now picks up the dribble back out to Klingenberg, and she gets into a little trouble here as a jump ball is called as Lorenzen got in there. It'll remain George Little Rock basketball. Stoll returns to the game for Okoboji and gives Abrahamson a breather. 33-16 Pioneers, 54.9 to go until halftime. And Netton, an inbound here to Klingenberg. Layup won't go, but she tips it back around. George Little Rock maintains possession. Now here's a shot from the elbow that's no good. And it'll go out of bounds, last touch by Okoboji. Bundy, the last one to touch.
George Little Rock's getting a few second and third chances here, but Okoboji staying strong here on defense.
Yeah, they haven't been good. They haven't really been good looks.
Right, haven't had many good looks at good shots.
Netton picks up the dribble, tries to go down inside, and Stoll's ready for it. 15th turnover. And up ahead to Helmers. Now Lorenzen. Bundy squares up for a deep three. No. And a rebound will go out of bounds. And it will be George Little Rock basketball with 29 seconds to go before halftime. Pioneers are going to bring Lene Abrahamson back in here for Stoll. They don't want Stoll, who's got 2 fouls, to pick up a third. That's a good decision if you're Okoboji. And the Mustangs will bring it across the timeline. This is Odens. Now Netton loses the handle on it, and there's the turnover. The Pioneers' pressure defense has been relentless. And they'll bring Wilson back in here for Bundy on what could be the final possession here offensively with 21 seconds to go until halftime. And Lorenzen with it here. Bounce pass to Abrahamson. Out to Tara Pass, and she travels. Slid the foot.
Just barely, but yep. That's good enough to get it to warrant a travel.
Official was watching. Netton will inbound here. And finds Motter. Motter into the front court. And goes to Anderson. Defense right there and poked free. Loose basketball. That's going to be the end of the first half. Pioneers with a good first half of basketball. They lead George Little Rock 33-16. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. Our halftime show on the way with Doctors Norland on the way with Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center. That's on the way in 2 minutes on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Your vehicle has been damaged in an accident or is showing signs of age, you can trust the professional team at Okoboji Motor Company. This is Kenny, manager in the Collision Center, and we are confident that we can have your vehicle looking like new again. We offer the best in auto body repairs. We offer competitive rates and always free estimates. We are backed by our high-quality workmanship and deliver the trust you deserve when it comes to your vehicle. Serving the Iowa Great Lakes and surrounding area for over 40 years. Schedule your appointment today at the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company off Highway 9.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Talk a little bit about Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback Night. This was something that we did last year, but obviously because of everything going on last year, it was limited crowds. Not a lot of folks could be here in person. They could watch it, but they couldn't be here in person. And so let's back it up even a little bit more. What was the initial inspiration behind Wildcat Throwback Night?
You bet. It probably goes back to the construction of the new middle school down here. It's a beautiful facility down here at the high school complex. And but lo and behold, the middle school up in the Arnolds Park area is closed and no longer being used by the district. And that's where I went to high school and middle school. I was up there. It's changed over the years. But so anyway, a friend of mine who I've coached a lot with, Shane Hoffman, some of his friends said, hey, Shane, we should probably try to do something to try to honor the old Arnolds Park up there. And so Shane approached me since I graduated from there, and we started talking a couple summers ago. Said, yeah, it'd be kind of a cool idea. So we reached out to Justin Bowles, the AD down here. We got the coaches on board, and they were like, that's cool. So then, of course, we started the fundraising, and it was really quick. We had, once we kind of started getting the word out just on social media, people really came to the plate and started throwing out, $10 here, $100 there. A couple corporate sponsors, 3 Sons stepped up, and they bought all the coaches' shirts this year.
Awesome. awesome.
So, and I had a vendor, very generously throwing some money last year. So very quickly, we got all the uniforms for both the boys and the girls paid for. We got the cheerleaders, T-shirts, pom-poms. We just threw out some T-shirts to the crowd here tonight. We'll do that again at the boys' game. And then, the whole thing, too, is I've heard the Arnolds Park fight song played twice tonight, and I haven't heard it played in over 30 years. So that's pretty
good
cool.
Good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. It's, and I'm sure a lot of people in the crowd are going, oh, my gosh, I have not heard that in forever.
Even probably folks who went to Milford who maybe played up at Arnolds Park once in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
It just brings back those old memories. And what a great way to honor the legacy of Arnolds Park. And, obviously a consolidated school district between Milford and Arnolds Park. And so a great way to still honor that here tonight and really have a lot of fun, too.
Oh, yeah. The coaches talk to the kids, and, kids like new stuff. So it's not the same uniforms they have. And, our school is very fortunate. They have got nice uniforms and a few different sets, but something completely different. And you and I talked the other morning, too. It's Arnolds Park and Milford merged back after the 1987 school year, 88. They kind of had the choice of graduating both ways. But, we're playing George Little Rock tonight, and they used to be two separate schools. And last year, I think it was West Lyon that we did, and that was a conglomeration of a couple of other smaller communities. So, up here in Northwest Iowa, you look at all of these schools, and there's very few schools that, are not big, like Spirit Lake Spencer, that, have not merged with another school district.
Right, haven't had some sort of conglomeration. Yeah. And even when you look at some of the bigger schools, chances are there's probably been some little school, a neighboring town that maybe just eventually closed and they went into the big town,
Yeah, I mean, we've got some Everly kids. Everly's, gone a couple
Great
different
example
ways.
there.
And which has worked out great for everybody. But, no, it's an awesome deal. We talked how big did we want to get this. It's like, there's no way we can come up with the money for outfitting the football team. Arnolds Park never had football. We've talked about baseball. We talked about, we just need to keep some funds going because eventually the uniforms will have to be replaced and turned over and whatnot.
Sure.
But it's just great. And we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from, Milford residents, Arnolds Park residents, and everybody around. And last year after the West Lyon game, I had some of those people come and said, oh, my gosh, we need to do something like that at our school. And that would be kind of cool if we saw, all these other schools just kind of do their own little throwback nights.
As somebody who went to a consolidated school district, there was always those elements of like, back when it was separate. And I just think it's really cool to honor those legacies. And it's really fun to see the kids in the purple and the white and the gray tonight. And a good crowd here at home as well. Really nice crowd here
for
tonight.
For Tuesday night, it's always tough. Thankfully we got a little temperature warm up today.
Yes.
And I think that helped bring out people. But, great crowd. And it helps a lot when it can be streamed with, you guys. Last winter, my mom's down in Florida watching you, and so that's a big part of it.
Well, thank you as well for graciously supporting that video stream, and we really appreciate that, and because we really enjoy being able to do that. It just adds a whole nother element to everything. It's one thing to be able to listen to it at home, but another thing, in today's day and age, they can pop it up right on the TV even in a lot of cases, and so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, my mom's got it on the motorhome right now, I'm sure, down in Florida, so...
Awesome. Excellent. So, well, thank you so much, Kurt. And anything else Arnolds Park Wildcats know about?
Obviously, we're always taking donations, and people can reach out to me, or they can reach out to the Booster Club or the school. We're taking donations for future stuff because, it takes a little bit of money to put on every year.
Sure.
But, we're just happy to do it. And like I say, the girls and the boys will come out in a little bit different version of a uniform. The girls are a little bit going back a few more years. The boys are a little bit more modern of the last couple Arnolds Park years. But, it's going to be a blast.
Well, I think it's really, really awesome, and thanks so much, and appreciate everything as far as the sponsorship and keeping us filled in on what's happening.
You bet. Thanks to you guys for doing this. It's a big deal for the kids to be able to have their games broadcast.
Absolutely. We appreciate it. Thanks so much, Kurt.
Yep, thanks, Jason.
Kurt Carson's joining us here at halftime, and again, Okoboji having their Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback night tonight. The girls are leading here at halftime 33-16. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more of our halftime show on Q102. Thanks so much.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
33-16, our halftime show sponsored by Okoboji Motor Company, Service Department and Collision Center. Okoboji leading George Little Rock here on their Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback Night. And let's go through those first half stats. And Drew, you want to give us a few of those stats? Or I can actually do that here too here at halftime. Okoboji, Ava Packabush with 8. 4 for Olivia Lorenzen, 4 for Carly Carsons, 4 for Ella Stoll, 3 for Lene Abrahamson, 3 for Lydia Bundy, and 7 for Montana Wilson. George Little Rock, 1 for Emerson Netton, 3 for Wiley Steenhoven, 2 for Callie Motter, 2 for Shaylin Denikus, 3 for Hannah Anderson, 5 for Taryn Odens. The turnovers are the story for George Little Rock. Oh, I got to turn you back on. There we go.
There it is. Yeah, that's for sure. The turnovers have been a huge difference maker. Okoboji, less than half the turnovers that George Little Rock has, according to what I have here. And that makes it pretty easy to win ball games, is when you turn the ball over a lot less than your opponents. That's why we see the lead the way it is for Okoboji, 33-16 here at the half.
Absolutely. The shooting percentages, I have the Mustangs at 29% unofficially, and I have the Pioneers at a much better 46%. Thank you, Drew, as I'm figuring those tallies up, and we're ready to start the second half of girls basketball here in Milford this evening. And 33-16, Okoboji leading George Little Rock. Pioneers will have the basketball to start the third quarter. And thanks again to Kurt Carsons with Carsons Financial Group for joining us here at halftime to talk about Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback Night. And he's graciously the sponsor of the live video stream tonight at ExploreOkoboji.com, Explore Okoboji on YouTube, and the CF video channel. If you've got Roku or Amazon Fire Stick at home, the letters CF and then video, search that. You'll find the free channel. You can watch all of the games live or on demand. Pioneers working against that zone defense for George Little Rock, and they'll go down to the baseline, and Wilson's shot is up and no good to start second half. Did get her freed up, though, for an open look.
And Wilson found the soft spot in the zone, just couldn't capitalize.
Mustangs pass is tipped around. Oden's shot is up and no good. Stoll came away for the rebound, and then it was poked free, and she picks it back up. And back into the other way comes Okoboji. Into the corner to Helmers. Helmers puts it on the floor inside to Packabush, kind of a little off the mark, and there's turnover number 8 on Okoboji. Okoboji way down on the turnovers tonight, as you mentioned, compared to George Little Rock. And now we got Gherkin in a little trouble here. We're going to have a foul on the arm. Helmers had her dead, but just got a little too aggressive there. And it will remain George Little Rock basketball.
That'll be the second there on McKenna Helmers. Team first of the half here.
And ball poked around. Picked up by Odens. Odens to Netton, drives inside, and now cross-court pass. Anderson shot up is good. She has 5. And George Little Rock has cut the lead down to 15, 33-18.
Really good ball movement on that last possession for George Little Rock.
Shot up for Wilson off the glass, no good. And we got a foul on the rebounds. I think they're going to get, who is that here? Odens, yep. That'll be her first. So it's on the floor, and so Stoll will inbound here. Into Packabush. Ava. Out to Lorenzen. And now they'll go back, a little give and go there to Lorenzen, and shot up no good. Offensive rebound, though, for Okoboji. That's Wilson. Pioneers get another attempt at it there. Stoll, I believe, and nothing there. George Little Rock back the other way. Here's Gherkin. Picks up the dribble. Ball's tipped out of bounds. And Okoboji's going to bring Karstens into the ball game here. And George Little Rock to inbound here. This is Netton. Netton dribbles to the baseline. Nothing there. Now they'll get it back out. Driving in here is Gherkin. Or check that. That's Odens. Shot up no good. Had a good look, though. Pioneers into the other end. Lorenzen to Stoll. Goes to Carsons. Drives the baseline. Floater no good, but she's fouled. Free throws coming up. Nicely done by Karstens.
Karstens made a nice move to the basket and was hacked. So she will shoot 2 free throws here on the shooting foul.
Motter was the one that committed the foul there.
That'll be her team second.
Free throw in and out. It was about halfway down, it looked like. Karstens 2 for 3 at the line tonight. We'll have another look at it here in a moment. And the free throw is good. So she redeems herself. 3 for 4 at the charity stripe here in this one. And back the other way comes George Little Rock. Gherkin being harassed by Karstens. Pretty good defense there. Now they'll kick it out to Motter. Drives into the paint. Shot up. Yes, and one. Had to wait for a second to see if it was going to fall.
Pretty crafty move there by Callie Motter with a chance for a 3-point play.
Let's see if she can complete it here. No, we're going to have a foul against George Little Rock on the rebound, and it'll be Okoboji basketball.
Odens with the foul, her second.
And team foul number 3.
Packabush out to Karstens. Karstens working it inside to Wilson. She's harassed and lost the dribble.
And out of bounds it goes.
I think they got Netton with a foul.
Netton, okay. And I believe you are right. That is her second. 4th team foul there. 2 for the Pioneers are going to go into Stoll. Now to Packabush. Packabush picks up the dribble. Back to Stoll. 34-20. Okoboji with a 14-point lead. 4:45 to go here third quarter. And a loose ball tipped around. It'll be out of bounds. Who will be last touch? They're going to say that she tips it off of Wilson. That's pretty good done, or pretty good job there by Odens. Tipping it off Wilson. Maybe luck more than anything. And George Little Rock back the other way. Netton to the top of the key. Kicks it over to Gherkin. Gherkin drives into the paint, and she gets blocked by Ella Stoll.
Stoll 6 foot tall, making the block look easy.
Fouled on a layup attempt. She'll shoot free throws here in a moment. Okoboji is 0 for 5 to start this half, but they are still leading by 14 and have gotten a free throw so far and hoping for a couple more here from Carly Karstens.
And Karstens has the lone point here in the third quarter for the Pioneers.
Yeah, they really could use these two here as they've gone almost a half quarter without scoring. That one around the rim, no good. Thanks to our sponsors like Okoboji Schools, Karstens Financial Group, and MHR Insurance. And thanks to Karstens Financial Group for sponsoring the live video stream tonight at ExploreOkoboji.com, at Explore Okoboji on YouTube, and, of course, on the CF video channel if you got a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick. Karstens with another free throw. And it's good. So 35-20, Okoboji. 4:24 to go here, third quarter, and we're going to have an offensive foul. And, yep, Wiley Steenhoven says, I extended the elbow, didn't I? So there's a turnover and an offensive foul. The first foul on Steenhoven tonight. 5th team foul this half for the Mustangs. 4:21 to go here in the third quarter. The Mustangs have outscored the Pioneers 4-2 in this quarter. So they've cut a little bit into the lead. Tara Pass into the ball game. Puts it on the floor now, down inside to Wilson. Shot up, no. And a rebound goes to George Little Rock. Cold shooting for Okoboji here in the third quarter. And it will be Gherkin. Up ahead to Motter for 3. No, and a rebound will go to Okoboji.
Quickly ahead to Wilson now.
She was by herself. Defense comes in late. Kicks in and commits the foul. It'll be free throws for Wilson.
I believe that's team foul number 7, so it's 1-1.
Yeah, they'll say she's in the act of shooting this time around, but yes, moving forward, that's good for Okoboji as Hannah Anderson picks up her second foul. And Montana Wilson to the line for the first time tonight. And the 6'1 senior makes the first. Montana Wilson is a 66% free throw shooter for Okoboji. And she also leads the team in scoring, 13.5 points a game. Second free throw on the way is good. So, hey, just keep making the free throws, right?
Yep, take what George Little Rock will give them.
And she'll get a breather, and Titterington back into the ball game here. 37-20, 3:50 to go third quarter. And Klingenberg into the front court here for George Little Rock. They break the press. Now back out to Motter. Drives the baseline. And she'll go up, and she'll get partially blocked. I think Titterington got a handle in there. And Okoboji comes away with it. Quickly up ahead, they go to Helmers. Inside to Titterington. Wild shot won't go. Titterington going to get the rebound, though. And putback also no good. And a rebound will go to, I believe, George Little Rock, and then a foul. Well, no, check
Jump
that.
ball.
Jump ball. But it will be George Little Rock basketball. 37-20, 3:25 to go here in the third quarter. Okoboji with the lead in Siouxland Conference basketball on Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback Night, and we have a definite carry there.
Just took one too many steps there. She was holding the ball.
Yeah. 19th turnover on George Little Rock. And Pioneers have kept those relatively under control. Unofficially, I have 9.
Yeah, they're, like you said earlier, they're averaging about 20 a game.
Hackabush kicks it out. Here's Helmers. Shot up, no good. And cold shooting continues. And what do we got? A foul here on the rebound attempt.
Yep, it'll be against George Little Rock, so free throw. A 1-and-1 coming for Packabush now.
Okay, and that's going to go on Jaya Klingenberg, her second. And it will be Cammie Gherkin checking in here for Klingenberg. So 1-and-1 free throw for Ava Packabush. First time she's been to the line tonight. And Packabush free throw is on the way. Got it to go. We'll thank a few more of our great sponsors like the Hut Bar and Grill, Consumers Lumber Company, and Northwest Bank, all making Pioneer basketball possible on both the live video stream at exploreokoboji.com and Q102 possible this evening. And another free throw here for 5'6" sophomore Ava Packabush, and she connects. 39-20. Well, it's been all from the free throw line here in this third quarter, but Okoboji will take it.
Just going to say that, but wasn't for sure.
Gherkin somehow gets it over to net and can't make the bunny. And Packabush comes up with a rebound and a foul.
Be another 1-and-1 for Packabush. As it was, I believe it was netting.
Yep, and she commits her third.
Went over the back of Packabush as she was trying to make the rebound.
9 fouls against George Little Rock. The third on netting. Packabush back to the line. It's a 1-and-1 here. Connects again. Another one on the way here shortly. Spins that ball around. Free throw on the way. Got it to go.
That's just a case of taking what they give you.
Absolutely.
2 more from the charity stripe.
Maybe you only have 8 this quarter, but your opponents only scored 4, so that's still a good quarter. Here is George Little Rock. Gherkin to Steenhoven. Cross court finds Odens, drives left side of the lane. No, there's some contact, nothing called. Rebound goes to Abrahamson, who's into the game for Okoboji, and she'll bring it into the front court. Picks up the dribble, and then loses the handle on it. That'll be a turnover. Back the other way comes Netton. And Netton, layup is good. Her first points from the floor tonight. And it's 44-21 Pioneers. Packabush on the other end. Into the corner. They'll go to Helmers, and then down inside, and there's going to be a travel called on Titterington. 2:15 to go here in the third quarter. And it will be George Little Rock's Anderson inbounding here to Gherkin, who will walk it up. Now speeds it up a bit. Gets across the timeline. Guarded closely by Lorenzen. Back out to Steenhoven. Now driving left side. Odens. Nothing there. Good defense. Stolen away here by McKenna Helmers. Helmers into the front court. Dishes it back to an open Abrahamson. She'll lay it in. And Okoboji has their first shot from the floor here in the second half. Comes at the 1:49 mark in the third quarter, but it doesn't really matter. They're in firm control, 43-22.
Crafty little pass there on that last bucket.
Gherkin kicks it out. 3 attempt is on the way, and that'll go for Hannah Anderson, her second tray of the night. 43-24, minute 30 to go, third quarter. Packabush into the corner to Helmers. Helmers puts it on the floor, picks up the dribble. Now back out to Abrahamson, and there's going to be a foul as they go into Titterington there on George Little Rock. And the foul is going to go against, I believe, Shaylin Denicus. and that will be her first, and it's going to be 2 free throws automatically for 5'11 senior Megan Titterington.
And those fouls added up in a hurry here for George Little Rock.
They did.
10 fouls here in the third quarter alone.
And the free throw is good for Titterington. We'll thank some sponsors: State Farm Insurance agent Scott Troutman, Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, and IGL Teleconnect. Jason Jacobs with Drew Hansen here this evening in Milford. Thanks to Matthew Grisham, our video engineer. And thank you back to Elizabeth in the studio, doing a good job at mission control. Free throw is good for Titterington. She made both. Okoboji's been good at the line here in the third quarter. I think they've only missed maybe 2 of about 8, which they'll take, and they got that lead back up to 20.
Yeah, definitely capitalizing on the opportunities at the charity stripe.
Gherkin loses the handle on it, and it will be a turnover out of bounds, and Okoboji basketball. Pioneers in firm control of this one. And Packabush across the timeline to Abrahamson. Pass back out to Packabush. Pass at the wing, puts it on the floor. Picks up the dribble, now back out to Abrahamson. Shot fake, dribbles inside. Wild shot won't go. Rebound, though, is picked up by Abrahamson. She'll dribble it back out. Now finds Karstens in the lane. She'll dish it back out to Packabush. Swings it around. Abrahamson open for a deep 3, doesn't shoot it. Now shoots a long 2. It's short. Rebound goes to George Little Rock. Pretty good defense there by the Mustangs in the half court. And now Oden's into the front court, and she'll try to look for a screen. Won't get it. Back out to Anderson. Gets away from her defender. Gets over to the wing again to Oden's. Little step back 3. No, and a rebound goes to Pass. And Pass with it into the front court. Running with it. Wild shot won't go, but she draws contact. Free throws coming up. Good hustle by Tara Pass.
And Montana Wilson was ahead of her. She was calling for the ball, but Pass, I think she had a plan of what she was doing. Drawing the contact, she'll shoot some free throws.
Third foul on Anderson, and Pass's free throw is good. Thanks to Bank Midwest for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. 17.2 seconds to go here in the third quarter as Okoboji will give Ava Packabush a well-earned breather. And Pass makes both free throws at the line. Okoboji, very good shooting from the charity stripe here in the third quarter as they extend their lead to 22. Courtney Bachman into the game for Okoboji. So is Klingenberg for George Little Rock. She'll pass it into Denikus, and Denikus going to draw a foul here. But who? It's going to go against Montana Wilson. That's just her first, so no danger there. And, of course, obviously a big lead here with 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Klingenberg into Oden's. The shot up. No. And that is going to be just about it for the quarter. Abrahamson just loses the handle on it, and that's going to be the end of the quarter. Okoboji 47 and George Little Rock 25. We are back in a minute on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com. Okay, Elizabeth, I'm going to hang up here.
Find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. Highway 71 North Milford. And online at ccscreenprint.com.
Welcome you back here to Milford, 49-25. And Okoboji with a healthy lead on George Little Rock. Pioneers with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. They've already scored 2 with Lorenzen, and now add Montana Wilson into the mix as well.
Montana Wilson into double digits now for the Pioneers. I've got her for 11.
Gets it back out to Odens. Odens drives left side, nothing there. Back out to Motter. Goes back to Odens. Gets around her defender and lays it in. That was a nice pass. Nice passing, I should say, for the Mustangs. 51-27 on the other end. Shot from the baseline. McKenna Helmers goes down.
Back and forth now.
53-27. 6:50 to go here in the ball game. Odens drives baseline. Shot up. No, but she's fouled. Free throws coming up in a moment. And the foul for Okoboji will go on Ava Packabush. That'll be her first. So Odens goes to the line. She's 1 for 3 at the charity stripe tonight. And the free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Pioneers will bring Titterington back in here for Wilson. 53-27. Another free throw coming up. And that is good for Odens. And she will get a breather here. Okoboji will have Packabush bring it up with a big lead, 25-point lead here with 6:40 to go in the ball game. Packabush, top of the key. To the wing, to Lorenzen. Inside to Titterington, around the defender, and can't get the bunny to go. Out of bounds, last touch by Okoboji. I like the passing, I like the move. Just couldn't quite complete the play there for Megan Titterington. Now the other way comes Gherkin. Picks up the dribble, in a little trouble. And a timeout called by Coach Reed Gertis, a full timeout by him. We will be back in a minute on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
And Arnolds Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnolds Park.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well. People that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
53-28. Okoboji leading George Little Rock here in our girls matchup tonight. Arnolds Park Wildcat throwback night here in Milford. Jason Jacobs with Drew Hansen. Thanks to Matthew doing a nice job with the video tonight, and Elizabeth as well. Here's a three on the way. It is off the mark for George Little Rock, and Okoboji will get the rebound and quickly into the front court. It's Packabush, and she'll lay it in, and one! Nicely done.
That was very efficient ball movement.
Motter picks up foul number 3. Packabush with an opportunity at an old-fashioned three-point play here. And that one is on the way. Good. 5 for 5 at the free throw line is Ava Packabush. Okoboji actually has only missed 2 free throws all night. And on the other end, George Little Rock throws it into the hands of Okoboji. Lorenzen back with it the other way. Olivia into the corner, Helmers. Now to Stoll. They'll go into Titterington, back out to Helmers. Shot from the baseline. Good for McKenna Helmers. She has 4. And Okoboji has a 30-point lead at 58-28, 5:37 to go.
The ball movement, very impressive on that last drive for Okoboji.
They've handled the ball really well in general tonight.
Yeah, it's been very impressive to watch.
Motter for 3 on the other end, too strong. Rebound, though, goes to Steenhoven, draws a foul on the arm. And they will get Olivia Lorenzen with the foul. George Little Rock will bring Anderson back in. Pioneers will bring Karstens and Bundy back in. Steenhoven to inbound for George Little Rock. And finds Netton. Puts it on the floor into the paint. Nothing there. Out to Anderson for a three. No. And a rebound goes to Netton. Couple more chances. Another three attempt that won't go down. And a rebound this time to Lorenzen. And Olivia up ahead to Karstens. Drives underneath the basket. Now back out to Bundy. Bundy out to Lorenzen. Now Bundy dishing it inside to Titterington. Off the glass, good for Megan Titterington.
More great ball movement by the Pioneers.
And here's Gherkin into the corner to Motter. Had an open look, didn't shoot it. Now picks up the dribble and goes back to Netton, to the free throw line. Bounce pass to Steenhoven. Over to Motter. Shot is up, and it's a three-pointer for Motter. Her first tray of the night. 60-31 on the other end. Three is on the way. That is Bundy. Her second tray of the night. Everybody's shooting it from beyond the arc. Loose basketball picked up by George Little Rock. Steenhoven throws it into traffic. It'll go out. Last touch by Okoboji. And the Pioneers will bring Abrahamson back in as well as Bachman. And they'll give Stoll and Lorenzen, and they'll also give Titterington a breather. Wilson back into the game as well. 4:15 to go here in our girls matchup. George Little Rock will inbound here to Netton. Picks up the dribble now into the paint. He'll dish it back out. Here's a three attempt. Motter that time goes for Callie Motter.
Motter's finding her stride. Couple of three-pointers here in the quarter.
Karstens skips it over to Bundy. Back out to Abrahamson. Now Bundy left wing inside. Wilson has position, gets fouled as she goes up for the layup. Free throws coming up. Free throws coming up here for Montana Wilson. 2 shots are on the way. The foul is the 4th on Emerson Netton. And Wilson's first free throw is good. Thanks to Northwest Iowa Bone Joint and Sports Surgeons and Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Second free throw coming up here for Wilson. And it's good for Montana. She's 5 for 5 at the free throw line. We have a final in wrestling. Sioux Central edges SLP 42-41, was tied, but a Spirit Lake Park wrestler didn't put his straps up during a string of forfeits, and that cost them a penalty point. Wow.
Oh, man.
There's a three that's no good for George Little Rock, and we got a travel on Okoboji. So Mustangs will get another look at it there. Also a wrestling final, South Central Calhoun 43, Emmetsburg 34. That's on Y100 tonight. Mustangs to inbound. To Motter. Buys baseline, gets into trouble there. Loses the handle on it. Okoboji comes away with it. Pioneers go into the front court. Here's a shot up. No, and I believe it's Karstens shooting that. Free throws should be coming her way as the foul will be on number 20, Taryn Odens. And let's check here. I've got a new player here for Okoboji that I did not have before. Free throw is good for Carly Karstens. And I don't have a number 50, but we have a new player in the game. We also have Zoe Holmes into the game for the first time tonight. And the free throw, no good that time for Karstens. Okoboji gets the rebound and shot up, no, and it'll be tipped around. Who's going to come away with it? Bundy's going to have a foul here, is what's going to come out of this. It'll be the second on her. And it'll be Mustang basketball, rather.
Team's 6th foul here for Okoboji.
Okay. Driving in, here's Motter. Shot up, no. Rebound goes to Bundy. Now she's on the floor with it. And we'll have a jump ball possession here. Favors George Little Rock, so that's technically a turnover. Okoboji with 13 turnovers on the night, and that's considerably better. Amy Martin into the game for the first time tonight. Check that. It's Emma Whitrock, excuse me. I had to just check my numbers a little bit closer. Emma Whitrock into the game for Okoboji. And we mentioned Zoe Holmes is in there as well. And George Little Rock here going to Gherkin. Now Klingenberg into the corner. A 3 attempt. Anderson, no. And a rebound goes to the Pioneers. That's Martin. Bachman brings it into the front court. 2:48 to go here in this one. 66-34 Pioneers. And now they'll skip pass to Bundy. Bundy will drive in to traffic. Loose ball. Picked up there by Whitrock. Jump ball called. Possession error will favor Okoboji here. Pioneers with a nearly 30-point lead as Bundy will check out. And Grace Pausley into the game for the first time tonight. 5'6" sophomore. She'll inbound. And finds Bachman. Bachman will square up for a long 2. No, it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Okoboji. Arnolds Park Wildcat throwback night tonight. Good to see the Pioneers in the white with the purple and gray trim. We'll see the boys in similar throwback uniforms. George Little Rock will bring it up here. This is Gherkin to Steenhoven to the wing. Now over to Rillianne Louie. To the wing, Klingenberg. Klingenberg drives right side, now puts a shot up. No, and it'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs. Another new player for Okoboji, Addison Frericks, into the game for the first time tonight. She'll relieve Bachman. So everybody getting off the bench tonight for Okoboji, I believe. I believe every player has now touched the floor tonight, which is great. Pausley into the paint, kicks it back out. Whitrock, she'll put it on the floor. Bounce pass over to Holmes. Zoe tries to go into Whitrock, and that ball will be tipped around, and George Little Rock will come away with it. And it's Gherkin out for a 3 attempt. Off the mark, no good. Rebound goes to Okoboji. We're going to have a foul on the rear. Check that jump ball called. Possession arrow favors George Little Rock with 1:40 to go in this one. Gherkin will inbound. And does find Steenhoven to Gherkin. Dribbles in, and then he's going to draw foul on the floor. And they're going to get Grace Pausley with her first. That'll be the 7th team foul for Okoboji. So free throws coming up for Cammie Gherkin, the 5'3" sophomore. She's 0 for 1 at the line so far tonight.
And you go back to talking about the depth of this Okoboji roster as Gherkin's free throws off the mark. Rebounded. Another jump ball. This time it'll go to Okoboji. Anyway, back to the depth of this Okoboji roster. You mentioned everybody touching the floor. That's a lot of valuable experience for these players that don't normally get to see the floor for their future years to come.
Here's Whitrock to Pausley. Now skips it over to Frericks for 3. Nope. And an offensive rebound for Holmes. Her shot up no good. Okoboji gets another rebound, though. That time it's Whitrock, and they'll kick it back out to Frericks. And then we have, 3 seconds in the lane. Okay. 1:10 to go here in this one. 66-34, Okoboji with a big lead. And George Little Rock going to get a few new players. Alexis Landis and also Jessica Wyatt will check in. 66-34. And the Mustangs will have Klingenberg bring it across the timeline here. Loses the handle on it, picks it back up. Now she picks up her dribble. And we got a foul on the arm here. So it should be free throws here. That's going to go against Pausley. That'll be her second. Free throws here for Jaya Klingenberg, 5'5" senior. It'll be a 1-and-1 free throw with 59.5 to go in this one. Klingenberg's first free throw of the night is off the front of the rim, no good. We've got, jump ball. They'll say possession arrow favors George Little Rock. I don't know if the official had a good enough view on who actually had a handle on it there. So he calls jump ball, and it will be Mustang basketball. And they'll inbound here to Wyatt. She'll lose the handle on it, and that'll be a turnover. 66-34, 52 seconds to go in this one. Pioneers going to get a win here on Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback Night. 3 attempt on the way, goes! That's Emma Whitrock. Even she put her arms in the air after that one. She was excited. I love it. That gets the crowd excited too. Klingenberg over to Steenhoven. Steenhoven picks up the dribble up top, Klingenberg. And we're going to have foul on, oh, no, they're going to say 3 seconds. Turnover. So Bachman back in here for Okoboji, as it's now a 35-point game and that clock just keeps on a-ticking. And there ain't going to be a whole lot to tick off here. 10 seconds, and Okoboji's just going to be content to burn out the clock and pick up a really nice 69-34 win over George Little Rock here this evening. Pioneers get back above 500 at 7-6, 4-6 in Siouxland Conference play. George Little Rock still searching for that first win, 0-11, 0-10 in conference play. So there you go. Pioneers get the win here tonight, 69-34 on Wildcat Throwback Night. And we'll take a 3-minute timeout. Our post-game show is on the way with Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. We'll recap our girls' game, preview the boys' matchup. That's all coming up in 3 minutes on Q102 and the video stream at ExploreOkoboji.com.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a throw. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnolds Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers!
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. Highway 71 North Milford and online at ccscreenprint.com.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
The Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Post-game show is sponsored by Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. And the final in this one, Okoboji girls get the win over George Little Rock on Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback Night, 69-34, and it was a good night here tonight, Drew.
Yeah, definitely a good night to have throwback night in front of all the crowd. The home crowd showing out in the purple and white for Arnolds Park Wildcats. And the basketball team, the girls team did a really good job. They limited the turnovers. They controlled the tempo of the game. And just a big win, a 35-point win, 69-34 to get back over 500. It feels like a big one here for the Pioneers tonight.
Well, it does. And, it was a game I think they were kind of hoping that they could have had, when it was supposed to originally be scheduled, because they were in the midst of kind of a difficult stretch there. But all in all, you get a nice win here in front of a home crowd on a fun night. And really, Okoboji has been kind of plagued this season by the turnovers, and they kept it under control tonight. Only 15 turnovers. They will take that. This is a team that many nights has well over 20 turnovers. So George Little Rock, on the other hand, they did have a bit of a turnover issue tonight, 24 unofficially in this one, but really they just couldn't get into an offensive rhythm.
Yeah, Okoboji made it really difficult for George Little Rock to find any good offensive looks, and a lot of the times George Little Rock had to settle for shots that normally you wouldn't like to take.
Right.
Lots of wild layups and just not ideal three-point shots that you don't really normally take, but the defense from Okoboji just smothered the Mustangs tonight. They did a good job on defense and stayed hot on offense all game.
Absolutely. Again, the final in this one, Okoboji gets the win 69-34. Let's run down the stats. You want to do the Okoboji stats here tonight, Drew?
Yeah, Ava Packabush led the way for the Pioneers. She had 15. Montana Wilson had 13. Olivia Lorenzen with 6. Carly Karstens had 7. Ella Stoll had 4. Tara Pass had 2. Emma Whitrock, the three-pointer at the very end, where she was surprised as well.
She was excited.
Yeah, got the crowd fired up. Good for Whitrock. Lene Abramson had 5. Lydia Bundy had 6. McKenna Helmers with 4. And Megan Titterington with 4 as well. And like I said, we talked about it, the balance and the depth of this team. You said most nights 10 to 12 different players touch the floor for the Pioneers, and it's nice to have that depth on the bench.
Oh, absolutely. 46% shooting in the first half, 33% in the second half for Okoboji. They finished 39% unofficially, 20 for 51. George Little Rock, 29% shooting in the first half, 24% in the second half, finishing at 25%, 12 for 48. So they got shot attempts off, just didn't make them. That was really the difference in that one. George Little Rock scoring tonight, 3 for Netton, 3 for Steenhoven, 8 for Callie Motter, 2 for Shaylin Denikus, 8 for Hannah Anderson, 8 for Taryn Oden, and again, as I mentioned, unofficially, the 24 turnovers for the Mustangs, which was definitely a factor here in this one, as the Pioneer girls get a win tonight, 69-34. So that'll close the book on the girls' matchup here tonight. We'll turn our attention now to the boys' game, and kind of a similar story for George Little Rock on the boys' side, sitting at 0-9. 0-8 in conference play, and a squad that I think is looking for that first win. They've been in several of their games, but just trying to get over that hump. For Okoboji, on the other hand, it's been a good stretch here. They've won the first 3 games of 2022, beating Sioux Center, Emmetsburg, and Sheldon last week, and we had a chance to talk with head coach Ryan Stumbo at our coaches show last Saturday. Our pregame show for the boys game is sponsored by Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake, online at lakeshealth.org. We're going to hear from Coach Stumbo. That's coming up in 1 minute on Q102 and the live video stream at exploreokoboji.com.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
It's our pregame show on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com, sponsored by Lakes Regional Healthcare. And Okoboji boys head basketball coach Ryan Stumbo joined our Scott Nolte at the Hot Bar and Grill on Saturday morning. He recapped their game against Sheldon on Friday night and previewed this evening's matchup.
Well, last night you went to Sheldon. You went back to the Siouxland Conference, and you had your squad had a 14-point lead at half. I believe 9 points after 3, and man, things are looking good. Double-digit lead there, and all of a sudden, here comes Sheldon, and their Radke and Brower started getting hot, and things started to get tight toward the end. But your squad just did enough to come out with a victory.
Yeah,
Apparently we were determined that the crowd was going to get their money's worth last night. And on a serious note, though, give a lot of credit to Sheldon because they never quit. We were once again able to set a really nice tone, and we came out hitting a lot of shots. We were playing really good defense. Everything was going really well for us, and it was really a game where, at least I felt like we had a good control of a lot of that game. And so give Sheldon a tremendous amount of credit because, they never quit, and they kept putting themselves in position to, chisel away at it. And as they got hot there in the second, half, they started making some of those shots that just weren't going for them in the first half. And, we didn't capitalize, I thought, on some opportunities that normally we would. And anytime that combination is going to happen, you never know what can happen. So, it turned into another game where our, composure and poise was tested. But again, really, really proud of our guys. The tighter it got, we were able to settle in, and we did just enough to have enough answers at the right time. And we talk about that a lot because that's what the game is, responding to things that happen and handling those ups and downs. And it was just a really good week to see, these boys be able to do that. And walk away, with the 3 wins that we got.
How about Lucas last night? Just phenomenal, 37 points, just articulate, and just the way he moves and scores, and just, I thought, a brilliant game last night.
It was phenomenal. He has had an incredible year, and, for a kid that obviously is super passionate about the game, I've watched him just work, just on his game and skills, and, he's just all in with it. And so when you have a kid that has worked that hard over the course of 4 years, and just a good kid, a good leader, and very coachable. We're just so proud of the year he's had, for us so far. And last night, just stepping up as a leader, as things were getting tight, and we, you could feel, us, fighting to maintain some of that momentum. He was a huge difference maker. He stepped up as a leader and made some big plays in the big moments, which without that, it could have ended up differently for us. So we'll need to continue to lean into his leadership and comfort level out there on the floor. And absolutely, it was a phenomenal game for him.
One other piece I thought last night that really helped you, especially in that fourth quarter, was Austin Harms.
Yes.
He did not score the first 3 quarters, but, man, when it came up in that fourth quarter, a 3, he hit some big free throws, and that helped you too.
He was huge, too. And Austin's another kid right in that boat. We've been very fortunate to have a lot of kids here that have worked really hard on it and over the course of their time in the program, and are just, good kids and coachable kids. And Austin stepped up big for us in those moments. And, late in the game, they were working very hard to, try to take Lucas out of, even being able to get the ball, and that means that other guys are going to have to step up sometimes in those moments. And for Austin to go to the free throw line and, knock down the free throws that he did, that is a huge part of giving us that just enough as well to come out of there with a win.
Yeah.
So, it's, it's always, a good team effort for us. It just sometimes that looks differently, and all of these guys contribute in so many ways that we're proud of, as a staff, and we're just happy to walk out of that week, getting those 3 wins and hopefully working to keep that momentum going into next week.
Yeah, you bet. And next week, Tuesday, George Little Rock. This is a makeup from our only blizzard so far of the winter season. And I believe it's going to be your Arnolds Park Throwback night.
Yeah, and that's a really cool, kind of unique element that we have here, at the lakes with all the different communities. And I think it's just a really cool thing to honor that. And as I've, lived here longer, you just learn a little bit more about all the history of it. And we're always excited to be able to do that. And it's just kind of a fun, environment that we're able to create. So that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully we can keep competing hard.
That'll be on Tuesday.
That was Okoboji boys head basketball coach Ryan Stumbo joining our Scott Nolte last Saturday at our coaches show. And we'll have more of the pregame show on the way from Lakes Regional Healthcare on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High-quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery, Highway 71 North Milford, and online at ccscreenprint.com.
Enjoy a taste of the islands at Snapper's Turtle Bay Cafe at Parks Marina. We're open daily at 11 with delicious island-style entrees and daily specials that include a local favorite island tacos, a close second to the lobster mac and cheese, or maybe you prefer the Boathouse burger, seared ahi tuna salad, or Cuban sliders. Join us at Snapper's, open daily at 11 for lunch and dinner all year long.
We welcome you back to Okoboji High School, and we are getting set for the second game of our doubleheader here this evening as Okoboji's entertaining George Little Rock for girls and boys basketball. And it's the Pioneer girls getting a win here earlier tonight, 69-34 over George Little Rock on Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback night. A lot of purple in the stands for the Pioneers tonight. Love to see that. Let's preview our boys matchup now, and thanks again to Okoboji boys head basketball coach Ryan Stumble for joining our Scott Nolte last Saturday at the coaches show so we could have that here on the pregame show from Lakes Regional Healthcare. And let's talk a little bit about this, Drew. It's been a 16-9 historical matchup in favor of George Little Rock. They picked up the most recent victory, 38-35, but Okoboji had won the two previous to that, and then George Little Rock prior to that had won about 6 in a row. So been a little back and forth here in recent seasons, but Pioneers trying to stay perfect here in 2022. They're 3-0 to start the year. George Little Rock is just looking for that first win at this point here in the second half of the year and just trying to get over that hump a little bit.
Yeah, it's tough when you're looking for your first win, sitting at 0-9, 0-8 in conference play. You know, always tough. You gotta get over that hump, like you said. Got to look for that first win. Got to fight it out. And we've seen George Little Rock hang with quite a few opponents this season.
Yeah, they've been in a lot of games.
Right, made some close games of them. So I think it'll be a good match tonight.
Yeah, including, one of the opponents that they saw the other day, or that we saw the other day in Sioux Center. They played them to about an 8-point game, or a 12-point game, I should say. And, they played Sheldon to a 12-point game, and they've been close with Kingsley Pearson, and they were close with Sibley O'Cheaton. And so, they just got to find a way to get that win under their belt, and good things perhaps could happen for them. Let's go through the starting lineups. And for the Mustangs and Coach Brian Leuenberger, they will go with a 5'10 senior number 1, Taylor Putnam, 5'11 sophomore number 5, Isaiah Johnson, 6 foot sophomore number 23, Matt Helkin, 6'2 senior number 24, Max Bruce, and a 6'2 sophomore number 25, Drew Denicus. For the Pioneers of Okoboji under Coach Ryan Stumbo, 6-4, 4-4 in conference play. They'll go with a 6'4 senior number 3, Lucas Lorenzen, 5'10 senior number 11, Mason Vanderpool, 6'6 senior number 12, Caleb Pachong, 5'11 senior number 13, Austin Harms, and a 6'6 junior number 23, Aiden Doms. And those are the starters for tonight's matchup between the Pioneers and the Mustangs. As they're about to announce the starters here to the home crowd tonight in Milford. Great crowd for the Arnolds Park Wildcat Throwback night. Kurt Karstens joined us at halftime of the girls game to explain about how, when they built the new middle school here in Milford, which meant that the middle school in Arnolds Park would close, they decided this is a good way to honor the folks at Arnolds Park and everybody who went to school at Arnolds Park by having a little throwback night. And I I love the idea. I think it's cool.
I totally agree with you there, JJ. It's just a little piece of school history, keeping it in there. I really, really enjoy throwback nights no matter where you go.
Absolutely. So there you go. We're going to take another timeout here and take one more timeout here before the start of our boys matchup between Okoboji and George Little Rock. 1 minute break, and we're back with the tip-off of the boys game next on Q102 and the live video at exploreokoboji.com.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Whether your vehicle has been damaged in an accident or is showing signs of age, you can trust the professional team at Okoboji Motor Company. This is Kenny, manager in the Collision Center, and we are confident that we can have your vehicle looking like new again. We offer the best in auto body repairs. We offer competitive rates and always free estimates. We are backed by our high-quality workmanship and deliver the trust you deserve when it comes to your vehicle. Serving the Iowa Great Lakes and surrounding area for over 40 years. Schedule your appointment today, the Collision Center at Okoboji Motor Company off Highway 9.
Back in Milford at Okoboji High School, getting ready for the second game of our doubleheader tonight as the Pioneers are taking on the George Little Rock Mustangs. Jason Jacobs with Drew Hansen here on site. Matthew Grisham is our video engineer for ExploreOkoboji.com live video. And thanks to Elizabeth back in the studios doing a nice job at mission control. And the tip controlled by, who will get it? George Little Rock's going to pick it up. It was tracked down eventually by Max Groos. And the Mustangs will start with the basketball. Johnson through the hands of Matt Helkin. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Out of bounds, and it'll be the first turnover of the ball game. The boys in the white jerseys with the purple and the gray trim for Okoboji tonight on the Wildcat Throwback night. They'll kick it into the corner. Bashong down inside to Doms in the paint. Shot up, no good, and the rebound will go to George Little Rock. Taylor Putnam will bring it up here for the Mustangs and goes right wing to Johnson, puts it on the floor. Now they'll try to bounce pass to the free throw line. Doms comes away with the steal, quickly up ahead, and Pashong can't quite lay it in on the other end. He had it partially stripped. There's another turnover, and back the other way come the Mustangs, and Putnam goes to Helkin. Now back out to Putnam. About a minute into this one, no score. Elkin to the free throw line, picks up the dribble, got to do something with it. Does find Johnson. A little bit of contact all around, and that'll be a ball that'll be almost poked away by Lorenzen. Instead, it'll be picked up by Denikus. And now a three attempt. It'll go for Matt Helkin, and George Little Rock is on the board first here in this one, 3-0. And Okoboji has Austin Harms bring it up to the wing. Mason Vanderpool into the paint. Lorenzen, and the shot up for Lucas from the elbow is no good. And a rebound goes to George Little Rock. Taylor Putnam with the basketball. And I think you were saying, Drew, at this point in time, Lorenzen leading the state in scoring. Here's a nice attempt down inside. Tough shot won't go, though, for George Little Rock. Lorenzen with the rebound. Here he comes the other way. Dribbles it back out. Now up top to Vanderpool. Harms inside to Vanderpool. Dishes it down to Doms. Now they'll swing it back out to Pashong. Open three attempt. Harms on the way. Too strong. Rebound will be tipped around. George Little Rock comes away with it. They want to lay up on the other end. Can't get the bunny to go. George Little Rock wanted a foul, but I think it was just a contested shot that went out of bounds. And their coach, Brian Leuenberger, does not like that.
He's giving the official the business here on our sideline.
Pioneers with the ball. Vanderpool to Harms. Inside to Doms. Spin around, shot up off the front of the rim, no good. Okoboji cold 0 for 4 shooting to start the ball game. Putnam back the other way, 3-0 George Little Rock. Driving in is Putnam. Now they'll kick it back out. Johnson. Right side, driving the lane. Helkin, shot up, no, partially contested. Okoboji and Doms with the rebound. Quickly up ahead to Vanderpool. Now to Pashong. Wasn't quite ready for it there. Just about shot an open three. Instead, Lorenzen will. It's too strong, and a rebound goes to George Little Rock. 0 for 5. The Pioneers cold shooting to start the ball game. And on the other end, Johnson lays it in.
It's a really nice move there.
5-0 Mustangs early in this one. Harms with it here for Okoboji to Vanderpool at the wing. Into the corner, Pashong. Back out to Vanderpool at the wing. Skip pass over to Harms. Now into the corner, Pashong. And tries to toss it inside to Lorenzen. It'll be tipped out of bounds, last touched by Max Gruss for George Little Rock, who you can tell is a football player that's been told, go play the post position. He's got some good size on him. Here's a shot out the glass. It will fall in for Pashong. That hit like almost the top of the backboard. And finally, Okoboji on the board, trailing 5-2 with almost a half a quarter gone here in Milford. Nice little give and go there to Johnson, but misses the open shot. I liked the look. Our rebound goes to Okoboji, and here is Lorenzen in the paint off the glass. It's good for Lucas Lorenzen. And you said the leading scorer in 2A?
Yep, leading scorer in the state for Class 2A, averaging 34.2 points per game.
Pretty impressive. And we've been able to watch a lot of him lately. We've seen all three of the wins for Okoboji as George Little Rock turns it over and throws it out of bounds. Drew Denikis is back into the ballgame here for the Mustangs. And Lorenzen going to draw a foul here, and they're going to get Taylor Putnam with his first. Foul on the floor. It's 5-4 George Little Rock. 3:52 rather to go here first quarter, and Austin Harms to inbound. Harms to Pashong for an open three. No. And a rebound goes to Vanderpool. Jump ball, they're going to say. Good hustle by Vanderpool.
And Vanderpool went upstairs to try and get that rebound. It's going to keep the ball with Okoboji.
And Harms to inbound here. And he finds Lorenzen. Lucas double teamed immediately. Now back out to Vanderpool. Now they'll go back to Lorenzen. Way out beyond the arc. And yeah, there's like two guys just kind of eyeing him. And that's what a lot of teams have had to do this year. Pashong into the paint. Dishes it over to Doms. And he's fouled on the, oh no, jump ball call.
Ooh. Well, I sure thought it looked like a foul, JJ.
Turnover Pioneers.
Doesn't matter what I think.
And Coach stumbles. They called jump? What? That's all right. Taylor Putnam with the ball here for George Little Rock. Goes to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Vanderpool. Hands off to Grieve, who's into the ballgame. Tyler Grieve. Here's a shot from just inside the paint that is no good for Helkin. Maybe have been a little contact there. Okoboji with the rebound. Lorenzen drives right side. Spin move in amongst the trees. In and out, no good. Can't get the rebound. Okoboji 2 for 9 shooting here in this first quarter. Now Putnam to Helkin. And they'll swing it around to Johnson. He picks up the dribble. He's in trouble now. Finds Putnam. And they try to dish it inside, and Okoboji is ready for it. And here comes Lorenzen, and he will be fouled on the other end. George Little Rock wanted the jump ball there, and they're not going to get it that time around. The ball went kind of flying, and that's usually a sign you're going to get charged with a foul. And the free throw, or the foul rather, is going to go on Putnam. It'll be his second. So free throws here for Lucas Lorenzen. And it'll be 2 shots. Lorenzen a 76% free throw shooter. Okoboji shoots it 70% of the time successfully from the charity stripe. George Little Rock 50% free throw shooting team. Lorenzen gets another free throw here in a moment as he's tied the ball game. And can give Okoboji their first lead here, and does. 6-5, Okoboji with the lead. 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Jumbek. Micah Jumbek into the ball game. Now Grieve. Grieve just about gets it stolen by Lorenzen. They're going to say foul on the arm instead. So he got him on the arm.
Well, Lorenzen thought he got away with clean steal there. The official disagreed with him. But that is the first foul on Okoboji here. Pretty clean quarter so far.
Jumbeck to Johnson. Isaiah Johnson to Grieve. Now goes to Jumbeck. Shot up and no good. The rebound goes to Okoboji. Vanderpool pulls it down into the front court. Lorenzen to Harms. Into the corner, Josh Lehman. Now they'll go back to base in Vanderpool. Out to Pashong. 3 attempt goes for Caleb Pashong. Finally, the Pioneers get another shot to fall, and they now lead 9-5.
9-0 run for the Pioneers after trailing 5-0.
On the other end, Helkin looks for a screen. Has this dribble picked up, now back out to Johnson. Johnson dribbles around the defender and lays it in. Nice move by Isaiah Johnson. He has 4, and the lead is 2. Minute 22 to go here in the first half. Now Tommy got it there. He forgot, I think, for a second. Inside to Lorenzen. He's well underneath the basket. Tries to make a tough shot go. Can't. Gets his own rebound. And put-back attempt is good. Lucas Lorenzen willing Okoboji to an 11-7 lead in this one. Now Jumbeck. Inside he goes to Denikis. And that'll be Drew Denikis with his first points of the ball game off the glass. On the other end, Lehman at the wing. Out to Harms. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. They'll go inside. Lehman, shot up, no, but he's fouled. Free throws coming up for Josh Lehman. And the foul will go against Tyler Grieve, 6'1" junior. 2 free throws coming up here for Josh Lehman. 37 seconds to go first quarter, and the first free throw off the back iron, no good. Second free throw
is good there by Lehman.
Okay, thank you. Okoboji leads 12-9. George Little Rock on the other end, driving in. Reverse layup, no for Johnson. And Okoboji will come down with a rebound. Lorenzen in the paint, no. Foul though, free throws coming up.
That's another stat that Lorenzen leads the state in Class 2A.
Offensive rebounds?
Free throw attempts.
Oh, free throw attempts, okay. Well, he's going to get a couple more right here as Drew, or check that, it'll be Gruce that actually picks the foul there. Free throw good for Lorenzen. 13.7 to go here. Lorenzen a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. It's 14-9. Okoboji leads George Little Rock. Mustangs led early in this one. Pioneers almost getting a steal there. They will get the steal. Joe Stan picks it up after Lorenzen had it. On the other end, oh, clear hack there as Harms put it up, but no call, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Cold shooting for the Pioneers in the first quarter, but they do lead 14-9 on George Little Rock. Second quarter in a minute, Q102.
Mean to be on a team. It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. Highway 71 North Milford. And online at ccscreenprint.com. Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Okoboji leads George Little Rock as we start the second quarter of our boys matchup here on Q102 and the live video stream at exploreokoboji.com. Pioneers with the basketball. And here's a 3 attempt. Lorenzen from the corner gets it to go. And Lucas early in this one has 11. 7:40 to go here in this first half. And Micah Jumbeck, 5'9" sophomore from the elbow. Shuffled the feet a little there.
Yeah, like you said, just a little extra shuffle there.
Yep.
And that's enough to warrant a turnover.
Well, especially right in front of the official.
Yeah,
Arnolds Park Wildcat throwback night if you're watching at home. That's why Okoboji's got the Arnolds Park jerseys on tonight. The white with the purple trim and the gray. And here's Harms. Kicks it back out. Now let's swing it around. Pashong, too strong on a 3 attempt, and the rebound goes to George Little Rock. Oh, they lose the handle on it, and Lorenzen will dunk it.
Oh, man.
Wow. 19-9 now, Okoboji.
You can feel Lorenzen's energy as he's clapping going back down the court.
Keep in mind, George Little Rock led 5-0 early in this one. Here's Gruss. Top of the key, hands off to Van Briesen. 6:50 to go, first half. Now to Grieve at the wing, back to Van Briesen, who's into the ball game for the first time tonight. And here's Jumbeck. Surveys the floor. Right wing Van Briesen down inside. Unable to hang on to it as Denicus now gets it back. Shot up, no. Out of bounds, last touch by Okoboji. So it'll remain Mustang basketball underneath their own basket. Tyler Grieve to inbound here. 10-point lead for the Pioneers. And they got to find somebody, and they will find Denicus. Nice job of cutting to the basket by Drew Denicus. He has 4, and the lead is down to 8. Pioneers will go to the wing to Pashong again, into the corner to Lorenzen. Pashong. And what do we got? 3 seconds in the lane. They're going to say Joe Stand will get the foul there, or will get the commit the penalty, I should say.
And George Little Rock takes it up the court. Over to Jumbeck. He drives to the basket, throws a wild layup, and Lorenzen comes down with the rebound. And
a foul
called on Jumbeck.
So Jumbeck picks up his first, team foul number 5. 1 foul so far for the Pioneers. Joe Stan will check out. They will bring Doms back in, will the Pioneers. And Okoboji will have Harms bring it back up. 5:50 to go here in the first half. Jackson Calling into the game for the first time tonight for Okoboji. Calling puts it on the floor. Now bounce pass over to Harms. Harms to the top of the key. Over to Calling at the wing. Into the corner. Lorenzen. 2 immediately on Lorenzen. Now they'll go inside. They'll find an open Harms. Good ball movement. Can't make the 3. Offensive rebound, though, for Pashong. And Calling will get another 3 attempts here. That one is no good. And a rebound will go this time to Denicus for George Little Rock. And Van Briesen to bring it up the floor.
Really solid ball movement there by Okoboji. Unable to capitalize, though. Come away empty.
They started the game really cold shooting, then kind of heated up, and now kind of a cold start here in the third quarter. And now a ball that's poked free, and George Little Rock will maintain possession. And Johnson. It was Lorenzen poking it free underneath the basket. Driving the baseline, or hoping to, is Van Briesen. He'll have to pull it back out. Now Johnson, left side of the lane, from the elbow, no. Down will go to Okoboji. Lorenzen with it. Around 1 defender. And now back out to Harms. Here's Pashong in the paint. The floater goes for Caleb Pashong. Okoboji leads 21-11, and a timeout now by Coach Brian Leuenbergen for George Little Rock. We will take one with him back in 30 seconds on Q102 and the video stream at exploreokoboji.com.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a throw. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnolds Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers!
Whether your existing setup needs a tune-up or you're looking for a full-scale installation, Siouxland Scale Services can help. Services range from installation, rail scale testing, to repairs and calibration. No scale too big, too small, or too far. Truck scales, railroad scales, floor scales, bench scales, precision balances, scale indicators, and more. Find them online at SiouxlandScale.com or call Bill at 515-571-3380.
As they're taking on George Little Rock in Siouxland Conference basketball tonight. Here in the boys and Pioneers won the girls game earlier. 4:34 to go until halftime. And it will be Johnson for George Little Rock. They just about lost a handle on it, almost a steal for Pashong. Now back to Johnson. Into the lane, out for a three attempt. No good, and ball tipped around. Lorenzen comes away with it. And quickly up ahead to an open Pashong. Reverse layup is good.
That was a crafty little layup by Pashong.
Well, he got a little too far underneath the bucket, but still completes the play. Pashong has 9, and Okoboji's lead is 12. Here's Grieve to Helken. Now back to Van Briesen. Van Briesen drives into the lane. Out to Helken. Thought about a three for a moment, now goes over to Johnson. Grieve looks for a screen, drives in left side there. No contact official says as the player falls down. Grieve will make the fadeaway jumper, and Okoboji's lead cut to 10. On the other end, Colling goes to the elbow to Vanderpool. Now back out for a deep three from Lorenzen, and nothing but nets.
Goodness.
First time you've seen him, isn't it?
Yeah, and I texted you a couple of times this week telling you how excited I was to watch him.
And it's been exciting all year. 26-13, even when they haven't won. Now, they played a ranked George Little Rock team not that many days ago, and there's a layup that will go. Nice move by Tyler Grieve. Okoboji didn't pick him up defensively. But, yeah, even in the losses, he's looked impressive. Vanderpool loses the handle on it. Now we're going to have a foul on George Little Rock. And they are going to get Drew Denikis, and I believe that's his first. Yes, team foul number 6. Okoboji's only committed 1 foul here in this first half.
Yeah, they have played a really, really clean half of basketball so far. Only just under 3 minutes to go until halftime. Just 1 foul.
5'7" senior Jackson Colling finds an open Aiden Doms in the paint, and he lays it in. 28-15, largest lead of the game for Okoboji with 2:40 to go here first half. Taylor Putnam over to Helken. Looks for a screen. Now dishes it back down inside. Finds the open man and then draws a foul. That was Gruce. Good ball movement there by George Little Rock. Gruce is going to shoot some free throws here in a moment. And Okoboji will pick up their second foul, as we gave him the radio jinx a moment ago. And Caleb Pashong picks up his first. Lorenzen has the other foul for Okoboji. And Max Gruce to the line for a free throw and makes the first. Our broadcast, thanks to the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake, Lakes Regional Healthcare, and Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center. And they're going to sponsor our halftime show coming up here in a little bit. Another free throw for Max Gruce coming up. And it is good. 6'2" senior can make them from the charity stripe. And that lead cut down to 11. 2:28 to go until halftime. Vanderpool for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound to George Little Rock. And back the other way comes Taylor Putnam. 28-17. We're on Q102 and also the video stream at ExploreOkoboji.com tonight, at Explore Okoboji on YouTube, and with the free CF video channel on Roku and Amazon Fire Stick. 3 attempt doesn't fall for George Little Rock. Okoboji with the rebound, and it's Vanderpool to Lorenzen for 3. Contested. Still makes it.
Goodness.
Third tray for Lorenzen. And the shooting percentage improving for Okoboji as well. 31-17. Pioneers now 11 for 25. Grieve in the paint. Gets around the defense, but can't quite get the layup to fall. That was a good move. I like Grieve. He's made a couple of nice moves to the basket. On the other end, Okoboji swings it around. Pashong for 3. That goes down. And see, that's the thing. Everybody pays attention to Lorenzen, and Pashong half the time just sits there wide open, and he takes advantage.
That opens up a lot of potential if you're double and triple teaming Lucas Lorenzen.
On the other end, George Little Rock gets to Helken at the wing. Tried the give and go again there to Gruce. That time Okoboji had it covered up. Putnam puts it on the floor, top of the key now, picks up his dribble over to Gruce. He's at the wing, surveys the floor, now just going to go back out to Putnam. Okoboji trying to play defense here with a minute to go until halftime. Helkin in the corner. Goes to the big guy Gruce, drives in, nothing there against Aiden Doms. Now they'll go back out to Denikus. Inside the lane, nice cut by Taylor Putnam. His first points of the night as he lays it in.
That was a really nice cut there by Putnam. Made the defense, lose themselves for a moment.
We've got 35 seconds to go until halftime. Okoboji may go for one shot here. Vanderpool into the corner. Doms now back out to Harms. To Vanderpool. Now Harms. Here's Vanderpool. George Little Rock fans are not happy because they think there was contact inside the paint away from the basketball. Vanderpool, 10 seconds. Harms, now Vanderpool. Back over to Harms. Got to do something with it here. 5 seconds. A three attempt for Pashong. Nope. And it'll be over the backboard, and so a missed shot. And it will be George Little Rock basketball with 1.9 on the clock. Nothing really hurt there for your Okoboji. Just don't want to give off an easy shot here. Putnam will heave the deep shot. Oh, almost got it to go.
Pretty close.
And that's the end of the first half. Okoboji 34, George Little Rock 19. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. Our halftime show is on the way with Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center, and we hope to chat with Okoboji girls head basketball coach John Adams. That's all coming up in our halftime show on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the...
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm in Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated.
And dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnolds Park. Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Halftime show sponsored by Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center. And the Okoboji boys here at halftime lead George Little Rock 34 to 19. Thanks for joining us, Jason Jacobs, along with Drew Hansen. We're going to bring in Okoboji boys girls head basketball coach John Adams here in a moment. We'll let Coach get all situated here and get that headset on here this evening. Okoboji girls got a win earlier tonight. We'll talk more about the boys in just a little bit. Girls got a win earlier tonight, 69-34. Coach Adams joins me. Congrats on a nice victory
thanks,
tonight.
JJ. Appreciate it.
I'm glad you made it up here. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, yeah.
Okay, good.
Knee's getting a little bit better, so.
Well, let's talk. It was good at all breaks, I thought, for your team tonight, and including a nice start in that first quarter.
Yeah, it was, we challenged the girls. It didn't feel like Friday night we played hard, but we really the fourth quarter at Sheldon, we gave up 21 points, and we want to hang our hat on the defensive end and really challenge the girls Monday at practice to come out with energy, and they definitely did that with, I think we jumped the Carsons, Tara Paz, and Courtney Bachman. Those are we call them the Wolves on defense, and boy, they did a great job being Wolves for us.
They really did. George Little Rock just could not get into any sort of an offensive flow.
Yeah, we play what's called lock left defense, and when we play it well, like we did tonight, like we did against West Lyon, it really can frustrate a team, and you saw that with their point guard. Just the ball never got to the right side of the floor, and created a lot of turnovers for us, a lot of rush shots, and like you said, just a lot of frustration on their end.
Well, they were in a zone, of course, as you expected, and of course that kept the ball away from Montana Wilson to some degree. She still got 13, but Ava Packabush took advantage of that then.
She did, yeah. And, they came out man right away, which shocked me, I think, about 3 possessions till we got up 6 or 7-0, and then went to that 2-3 like we talked about that they would. And, yeah, Ava did a great job of finding the openings in that zone. We knew they couldn't guard Montana down low, and they really had 2 or 3 people on her, and our guards did a great job of staying patient. And when she was open, we got her the ball, and when she wasn't, somebody like Ava stepped up into an opening and hit a shot or got to the free throw line.
Good balance scoring across the board. Everybody got into play tonight. Another thing I really liked, the free throw line.
Yeah, that was what were we, 20 for 23 maybe?
You missed a whole 2
okay.
in the ball
so
game.
20 for 22,
yeah.
which was great. We stressed that Monday again. We didn't shoot them bad at Sheldon either. It's getting a little bit better, but it was fun to see that tonight. And it's contagious. You get a couple that hit them early, and Ava and Carly did a great job getting to the line and hitting those, and Montana again was solid. Megan Titterington hit a couple for us, and yeah, it was just a solid night at the line.
So now you made it through the conference trip one time now because of the course of the postponement. Yep. Let's talk a little bit about the second time now we go through. We've got Rock Valley here at home on Friday, right?
Yep. Really young team that's playing a lot better basketball than the team that we saw over there. They start, I think, 4 freshmen and a sophomore. And they've done a good job getting better every game. They've played a couple teams really tight. They took Sheldon to the end of the game and lost by 2 last week. And so they're not a real big team, but they play incredibly hard. They want to drive, get in the paint, and take advantage of getting to the free throw line if they can. So we'll have our hands full. And we talked to the girls about that. We've been phenomenal all season at responding to losses. We come back that game, and every loss we've had, we've either won the next game or like at West Lyon, we played really well after a Central Lyon loss. And so after wins haven't always been the greatest, and so that's the challenge the next 2 days is we've got to keep working on us and keep getting better and come out with that energy on Friday that we had tonight.
Good luck on Friday. Congrats on a great win tonight. How much fun is this to have the throwback night, too?
Yeah, it's awesome to have it, with Purple in the crowd and Arnolds Park and Kurt Carson, Shane Hoffman. The Booster Club did a great job of raising money. The girls love wearing the Arnolds Park uniforms. We even got some Arnolds Park polos
really nice.
here that turned out really nice. And, yeah, it's fun. Last year was with COVID, and we also played West Lyon, which was a tough draw on Arnolds Park night. So tonight was a little bit better, and yeah, fun way to celebrate our proud past with Arnolds Park and the Wildcats, and the boys are doing a great job this half. Hopefully we can make it a clean sweep.
Well, and the other thing I really like about it is I hope that it inspires some of these other schools to do this too, because, Kurt was talking about that. He was like, every team we've played so far has been a consolidation, and it's come up to him and said, we really need to do that too. And I hope it spurs some more of that, and kudos to everybody here at Okoboji for doing that.
I agree. Yeah, it's been really neat because it is part of your proud past, and like you said, a lot of schools are consolidated and maybe don't have that school in their name anymore, and so it's a great way to do that. And
well, congrats on a win. Get to feeling better, and we'll see you again soon.
I appreciate it. Thanks, JJ.
Hey,
one name I forgot tonight, and then I talked after the game. Ella Stoll was a girl that didn't score a ton tonight, but we really challenged her, and her defense tonight was phenomenal and also really got us going.
I'm glad, before break against Boyden Hall to now, I think she's made some nice strides.
Yep.
That was a good point you said that.
And she's one that she can get us 15 any night. Tonight was a night that they did a good job recognizing where she was, but she really got us. Her and McKenna got us started off on a great foot with their defensive pressure, so it was a fun night.
And I got to mention this as well. turnovers were under control tonight.
Nice.
The unofficial turnover count at 15.
15,
That's
good.
below the season average, is good.
Yeah, our goal is 16, and so that is back-to-back games where we've done a better job of doing that, and that's a credit, to our guards, and also a credit to our younger team, our JV kids, pushing our varsity kids at practice, and our JV is 7-1, and they've done a great job. Our coaching staff's been phenomenal with Dalton Perrin, Emily Meadows, Adam Gish, and they've done a good job with those young kids and the varsity kids as well. So a lot of promising kids coming up, and if they keep pushing each other in practice, it slows the game down a little bit for you, and I think you've seen that the last couple games for our guards.
All right, well, good luck on Friday.
Thanks
so much, John.
Appreciate
Good to see you.
You bet. Good to see you. And, again, always appreciate your guys' fantastic coverage.
Always a lot of fun.
Thank
Take care.
you. Yep.
John Adams, Okoboji girls head basketball coach, joining us here at halftime. And Okoboji leads the boys game at halftime 34-19. They won that girls game again earlier tonight, 69-34. And we'll bring Drew back in here at halftime of the boys game. And Okoboji off to a very, very nice start here, Drew, shooting 12 of 27, 44%. They missed about their first 6 shots from the floor, though, so that's maybe a little misleading, that 44%. George Little Rock, on the other hand, made their first couple of baskets, but then kind of went cold. They were 8 for 23 for 35% in that first half.
Little Rock. Yep, George Little Rock started. They led the game 5-0, I think, through the first 3 minutes of the game, and then Okoboji kind of hit their stride, went on a bit of a run, and ever since that, they haven't really looked back. Between Lucas Lorenzen and Caleb Pashong, Lorenzen with 19, Pashong with 12, Lehman with 1, and Doms with 2, and that's all the scoring Okoboji's done tonight, and it's been enough to get out to a pretty commanding lead here at halftime.
George Little Rock, meanwhile, Putnam 2, Grieve 4, Johnson 4, Helkin 3, Gruce 2 in that first half. Pioneers led 14-9 after the first quarter, 34-19 as we're getting set to start the third quarter of our boys matchup tonight here in Milford as they let the clock run out. And here we go. We'll start the third quarter. And it will be Taylor Putnam with the ball for George Little Rock to Johnson. Drives left side of the lane. Tough shot. Won't go. Lorenzen has the rebound for Okoboji. He's had a lot of rebounds in this one, too. Harms down inside. Off the glass. Good for Aiden Doms. Nice pass. And Okoboji extends that lead quickly back to 15. Or actually, I should say 17. And they got a travel by George Little Rock. So Mustangs unofficially with 7 turnovers. I had the Pioneers with just 3 in that first half.
The Pioneers played a very complete game there in the first half. I think there was just 2 team fouls and, like you said, just 3 turnovers.
And there's a tough shot that won't go for Lorenzen, and the rebound will be secured by George Little Rock. And they'll come into the front court with Helkin. Now to Putnam. Dribbles to that left wing. Now picks up the dribble and is in a little trouble. Does find Helkin in the corner. Back out to Johnson. Johnson looks for a screen. Bounce pass to the line to Gruce. Nothing there on a little give and go action. They'll go down to the block. Spin move by Denicus. Shot up, no. Rebound by, well, who else but Lorenzen. He's just been cleaning up the glass and drawing a foul on the other end.
All right, he picked up the rebound and took off for the other end. He had about 3 Mustangs in pursuit with him.
And it'll be the third on Putnam.
Draws hard contact, and he'll head to the charity stripe. He's perfect. 5 of 5 from the line tonight. Make it 6 of 6. Or excuse me, that'll make him 5 of 5.
You haven't given him the radio jinx yet.
Yes.
Another free throw coming up for Lorenzen. Got it to go. 37-19. Now 38-19, I should say. George Little Rock will break a press here, and they're going to get a foul on Pashong. And that'll be 2 on Caleb. And just the third foul on Okoboji in the ballgame. We have a final. GTRA falls to Spirit Lake Park in wrestling 39-27. And on the other end, George Little Rock, layup good. And Going down hard is Denikus. On the other end, Okoboji can't make the bunny for Vanderpool. Vanderpool will shoot some free throws in a moment. Free throws coming up here for Mason Vanderpool. And they will get Denikus out of the game here, and I think he's going to be able to walk out on his own okay.
Yeah, he landed hard. It looked like on his tailbone or maybe his back. Good to see him up under his own power.
So 2 free throws here for Vanderpool. That is the 4th foul on Putnam. And first time we've seen Mason at the line tonight. And that one is no good. We'll thank a few sponsors. They include Northwest Iowa Bone Joint and Sports Surgeons, Bank Midwest, IGL Teleconnect, and Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative. And another free throw for Mason Vanderpool. Off the front of the rim, no good, but gets his own rebound and shot up a little too strong. Rebound that time to George Little Rock, but Vanderpool pokes it away. And we got to travel, though. So Okoboji got another look at it there, but couldn't quite do anything with it as they turn it over.
Another full court press here by the Pioneers, broken by the Mustangs.
And Gruss, skip past Jumbeck into the corner. Grieve, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound goes to Okoboji. And up ahead to a wide open Austin Harms, and he lays it in on the other end. Austin Harms with his first bucket of the night.
Nice pass by Lorenzen to set up the points for Harms.
George Little Rock breaks the press. Here's Grieve, shot up no, but fouled. Free throws coming up. Well, George Little Rock is 0 for 5 to start the second half. They'll get some free throw attempts, though, here. And who's the foul on?
I believe it was Doms.
Okay. And that'll be the first on Aiden. A free throw here for Tyler Grieve is good. So George Little Rock is in the scorers, or is in the books here in the second half, at least with a free throw.
Scoreboard says number 33, but I don't think Okoboji has a number 33.
Yeah, that's correct. It's got to be Downs. That free throw was good as well for Grieve. So it'll be 40-21. Okoboji with a 19-point lead, 5:33 to go, third quarter. Losing the handle on it here. That's the 5th turnover on the Pioneers. And racing back the other way is Grieve, and then they lose the handle on it off the arm of Gruss. And that'll be turnover number 9 on the Mustangs. Pioneers will bring Josh Lehman back into the game. He had a free throw in the first half. We'll give Mason Vanderpool a breather. 5:25 to go, third quarter. And Harms will jog it up here for the Pioneers. Goes to Lehman. Now back to Harms. Bounce pass Lehman at the wing. Skips it over to Harms. Nothing there. To Pashong in the paint. A lot of folks going after Lorenzen, and one. Splits the defense that time, and one. He's just that good, folks.
There was 2 or 3 Mustangs surrounding him on all sides, and he just goes right through them.
Well, he does such a good job as Drew Denikus picks up the foul. He does such a good job of making the defense commit as he makes the free throw as well, and then drawing the foul that way. And we're going to have a timeout here by George Little Rock head coach Brian Leuenberger. Or did Okoboji take the timeout? It's a quick timeout. We're going to keep things right here. 43-21. Pioneers lead the Mustangs with 5:04 to go here in the third quarter of our boys matchup. And we'll thank a few of our sponsors. State Farm Insurance agent Scott Troutman, Northwest Bank, and Consumers Lumber Company. And did you catch what they were saying to the crowd there, Drew?
I missed it. I
did not either.
They said they were honoring somebody.
It might have been
a group of people, maybe.
It might have been
Arnolds Park alumni, maybe.
Okay. It's Lorenzen, actually. And I did not catch that, but we'll get that from Coach later on. But Lorenzen may have passed a critical mark, perhaps in terms of scoring or something for Okoboji here. But either way, Pioneers with a big lead here. That's what they're probably most happy about, 43-21, and George Little Rock with the basketball. And here's a 3 attempt on the way. That's Micah Jumbeck, and he's into the scorer's book for the first time tonight with a tray, and that's the first shot of the second half to go down for George Little Rock from the floor. Pashong in the paint. Shot up is good. Kind of bounced around the rim and rolled through. 45-24 Pioneers. On the other end, Johnson. Jumbeck, free throw line. Floater is too strong off the back iron. Rebound goes to Okoboji. And here's Lorenzen. And he's going to draw a foul on Jumbeck. That'll be 2 on Jumbeck. And Lorenzen to inbound. Here's Lehman. Into the corner, Pashong. Skip pass to Harms. To the free throw line, Doms into the corner. Pashong open for 3. Too strong. Rebound goes to the Mustangs. They lose it off their leg. I think there's going to be a foul called here. And it'll be against Okoboji. And it'll go against Josh Lehman. He'll pick up the foul there. Third team foul this half for Okoboji. The Mustangs have 4. Doms will check out. And they bring in Caden Jostand. And Jumbeck will bring it up here for the Mustangs. Trailing by 21. Johnson down inside. The shot is up. No good for Grieve, and a rebound goes to Okoboji. And Lorenzen quickly up ahead to Harms. Harms into the paint now, out for a 3 Pashong drives in, gets around the defense. They're going to say no double dribble because I think there was contact there. 47-24, Okoboji. Johnson drives in, and he's going to get hacked by Lorenzen that time. And so free throws coming up here for Isaiah Johnson. Lorenzen picks up his second foul. And so Johnson to the line for the first time tonight. And the 5'11 sophomore off the back iron, no good. We'll thank a few more sponsors: the Hut Bar and Grill, MHR Insurance, and Karstens Financial Group. Karstens Financial Group making our live video stream coverage possible tonight here from Milford. Johnson with another free throw. And in and out, won't go down.
Holy cow.
Okoboji and Lorenzen with the rebound. And Lorenzen, the free throw line. Out for an open 3 to Lehman. Too strong. Rebound will go to George Little Rock. And they almost lost the handle on it. And Jostand picks it up. And outlets to Lehman. Lehman tries to throw it cross court. Ball tipped around, picked up by Calling. Inside, finds Jostand open. And Hayden will lay it in.
Good ball movement there, kind of collecting themselves as they lost the ball for a moment.
Jumbeck on the other end, drives left side of the lane. Now out to Johnson. He'll drive the baseline. Isaiah Johnson will lay it in. 49-26. And the ball tipped around. And it'll go out of bounds. They just about had a steal there.
It looked like they had control of the ball for just a moment, and then the pass to get across half court went out of bounds.
Pioneers with the basketball and a 49-26 lead. And here's a 3 attempt for Pashong. No. And a rebound will go to George Little Rock. 2:22 to go, third quarter. It's all Pioneers in this one. And it's Brandon Van Briesen with it. To Helkin. Loses the handle on it, picks it back up. It'll go out of bounds, last touch by Okoboji. Just about getting a steal there was Lorenzen, and George Little Rock had to kind of toss it over.
Pashong got a hand on it as they were trying to corral the loose ball.
Van Briesen tries to go inside. Jumbeck picks it up. Loses his glasses there, but he's got him on a strap, which is smart. Down inside. Finds Denicus. Can't get the bunny to go. Gets his own rebound. Off the glass, no. Couple of chances there. Don't fall for the Mustangs. Rebound to the Pioneers and Lehman. Lehman bounce pass to Calling at the wing. Now goes to Lorenzen for 3. No.
He can
Okoboji
miss.
Been a little,
He is human.
Yeah, Okoboji been a little cold here in the third quarter, back half of it. Jumbeck on the other end, top of the key. Helkin for three. That's not going to go. And a rebound to Lorenzen. Minute 28 to go here in the third quarter. Lorenzen with it. Bounce pass to Calling. And well, what do we got here?
Timeout, Okoboji.
All right, timeout called. We will take one as well with a minute 20 to go here in the third quarter. 49-26, Pioneers with the lead. Back in 30 seconds on Q102.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
(49-26). Okoboji leads George Little Rock. Minute 20 to go in the third quarter of this one. And it'll be Harms with the basketball for the Pioneers. Goes right wing to Calling. He puts it on the floor to the elbow. Now back out to Joe Stand. Over to Harms again. Now Austin drives right side. Can't get the layup to go, and a rebound will go to Charlie Hamilton, who's into the game for George Little Rock. I liked the move, though. Jumbeck to shoot three on the other end. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound goes to the Mustangs, though. Another shot up, no good. We got a foul against George Little Rock on a rebound. And it will be Charlie Hamilton, the sophomore, picking up the foul.
And he just went over the back trying to get the rebound. I believe it was Harms that went up with him.
46 seconds in this one. It's 49-26. Okoboji. That's third quarter, I should say. Nice drive to the lane, and the layup is good for Pashong.
Nice little move there by Caleb Pashong. Little Euro step followed by a tricky layup.
51-26 Pioneers. Van Briesen to Jumbeck. Now bounce pass to Helkin. Back out to Van Briesen, now Jumbeck. Bounce pass inside Denicus. Layup is good. 6 for Drew Denicus. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Calling for three. Yes! His first points of the night come at the end of the third quarter. Okoboji 51 and George Little Rock 28. We go to the fourth quarter in a minute on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Hot Bar and Grill in Arnolds Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnolds Park.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Well, I'm saying it's 51-28 after three. They say 54-28 on the scoreboard. Well, either way, Okoboji in firm control of this one as we head to the fourth quarter.
No disagreements from either bench.
It might be 54. We'll go 54-28. We'll add it up at the end. Vanderpool for the Pioneers. Tries to get it to Lorenzen. The defense is in position. Lorenzen, only move he has is to throw it off the leg of Johnson.
It's a really athletic move there by Lorenzen. Doing a little toe tap magic.
And it'll be an inbounds play here for Harms. And loose basketball out of bounds, last touch by the Mustangs, so they had that ready to go. 17 seconds into the final quarter. And Harms into Lorenzen, off the glass is good. Been kind of quiet for Lorenzen for a little while there, but Okoboji maintains a real firm lead here, 56-28.
Yeah, he took a little breather there at the end of the third quarter. Last couple of minutes he was on the bench.
And why not?
Yeah, definitely deserving a breather after his performance so far here tonight.
Yeah, and you don't want to risk an injury in a game that's really a blowout. I mean, you want him to play, obviously, but you also don't want to cost an injury in a meaningless quarter that, is not going to change an outcome. Here's a nice drive and good defense by Lorenzen. George Little Rock gets an offensive rebound, though. And this time around, nice move by Denikis. Waits for Lorenzen to go up, and then he makes the layup. Denikis has 8. 56-30 Pioneers. 6:48 to go. Vanderpool out to Joe Stand. And now here's Harms. And just hands it off to Lorenzen. To the wing, to Calling. Into the lane. Ball tipped around. Turnover Okoboji. And back the other way comes George Little Rock. Okoboji with 6 turnovers. Mustangs with 10 in this one. Putnam dribbles to the wing. Picks up the dribble. Now they'll go back down inside to Denikis. And nice move, Denikis.
Denikis is kind of figuring Lorenzen's defensive scheme out a little bit. He's got 10.
And here's Lorenzen. Well, it's not an offensive foul there. I think the Mustang fans are a little frustrated, understandably so. Lorenzen loses the handle on it in the paint. George Little Rock comes away with it there.
See if they go back to Denikis here, working against Lorenzen.
And we have a travel because Putnam did shuffle the feet there. Slid that foot a little bit. 56-32, Okoboji, 5:49 to go in this one, and Lorenzen will get a breather here. Okoboji brings Doms back in. That's the thing about this Pioneers team. Even without Lorenzen, they still have a healthy amount of height.
Yeah, Pichon 6'6", Dom 6'6".
Joe Stands. There's a missed bunny there by Vanderpool and a foul on the floor called after the rebound. And foul will go against who? I believe it's going to be against Max Gruss, and that's 2 on him. Team foul number 6. Okoboji with 4 team fouls. And here's Doms. Now Vanderpool. And then they try to throw it inside. They forced that one a little bit. And George Little Rock comes away with a steal. Johnson on the other end. Into the paint. Around the defense. Can't get the bunny, but there to clean things up is Gruss on the glass.
Yeah, there's a little extracurricular there. Vanderpool gave Denikis a little extra tug there.
Yeah.
After the bucket.
And here's Vanderpool, and he's going to, well, are they going to say a foul? Did he slip or did he get fouled and shoved on the way?
That may be a little bit of extracurricular following the extracurricular.
Probably.
There, JJ.
Helkin picks up a foul. They're going to say a shove there. It'll be the 17th foul, 1-1 coming up for Mason Vanderpool. He's 0 for 2 at the line tonight. Free throw on the way, falls in. Thank a few more of our great sponsors. They include Okoboji Schools, United Community Bank, and Lakes News Shopper. Second free throw coming up for Mason Vanderpool. And he got it to go. 58-34, Okoboji in firm control of this one with 4:58 to go. They won the girls' game as well tonight, 69-34. Here's Putnam, left wing. Now out to Johnson. Dribbles into the paint. Nowhere to go with it. Good defense by Okoboji. Back out to Helkin. Now Helkin will float it inside. That's a good decision. And drawing a foul is Denicus.
Denicus is really working the paint here. He's got 10 points with a chance for two more.
Doms picks up a foul. That is Drew Denicus, a 6'2 sophomore. That's somebody I would definitely be looking to if I was George Little Rock long term. Free throw is no good. We'll get another one here. It's kind of a mixed bag for George Little Rock. A few upperclassmen, but there's a lot of young kids playing on this team. That free throw also no good.
No.
And Okoboji can't secure the rebound, and George Little Rock will get it back.
Joe Stan kind of fumbled it as he was bringing it down and ended up hitting it off his knee out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Mustangs.
So Putnam to inbound here. Finds Johnson. Looks for a screen, now goes back the other way. Finds Helkin, back to Johnson. To the elbow, Bruce, what do we got? And they're gonna get a foul here on Doms. Now they're gonna say he kind of hooked him. So that'll be 4 on Doms, actually. He's gonna check out. Okoboji's gonna bring Ethan Schlachter into the game for the first time tonight. Actually, they took Vanderpool out there, okay.
Yep. Doms just may have to be a little extra careful here.
Denicus in the lane. Shot up is good.
Denicus, again, working the paint his way.
Pioneers will inbound here to Schlachter. And, they say he travels.
Goodness.
Couldn't quite hang on.
Kind of a sloppy start here to the fourth quarter for the Pioneers.
Yeah. Still in firm control, 58-36. Here's Denicus. Dribbles in and then loses the handle on it. That's great defense by Austin Harms. Read that one all the way. Into the front court. Schlachter gets it over to Doms. Doms, layup won't go. Will he get another rebound? Yes. What do we got here? Official sees a foul on the floor. Either way, it's going to be a free throw here for Doms. And the foul will go on Tyler Grieve. And that is his second. So another missed bunny there for Okoboji, but Doms will get a chance here at the line. First time from the charity stripe for Aiden is good.
That was a good. Oh, go ahead.
Thanks to your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee, CC Screen Printing, and Siouxland Scale Service.
It was a good job by Doms not being too aggressive, going for the rebound and picking up his 5th foul.
And that one is no good. Harms almost came away with the rebound, but it goes off the leg of Denicus. It'll be Boji basketball. Good job by Austin Harms. A couple of really nice plays by him. And he'll inbound here. Finds Schlachter. Goes to the free throw line. Joe Stan loses the handle on it. Picked up by Doms. Now to Calling, and he'll go back out here to Harms. Good decision. Burn a little clock. 3:36 to go in this one. Schlachter at the wing around the defense. Ooh, nice job.
What a Euro
nice
step.
layup.
Goodness. That was a heck of a
Schlachter.
move.
61-36 Okoboji. 3:20 to go in this one. Here's Putnam, drives left side of the lane. Spin move, shot off the glass, no good. And a rebound goes to Okoboji. Don't have to fight each other for it, guys.
I was just going to say.
Doms and Joe Stan just about collided.
A couple of the taller guys, the trees of the team.
And Okoboji will burn a little more clock. Here's Dom, spin move in the paint, layup, good.
Nice.
That's a really nice move by Doms. On the other end, Johnson in the lane.
And Doms has to be careful with that one.
Shot up no good, but did a good job of staying straight up. A difficult shot, wouldn't go. 63-36 in the lane again, Doms. And off the glass, good that time. Nice job of going up strong by Aiden Doms. 65-36 Pioneers, 2:30 to go in this one. Putnam gets it to Johnson in the lane, off the glass, no good. And a rebound goes to Okoboji. And Harms ahead to Calling. Now out to Schlachter from the elbow, no. And a rebound goes to George Little Rock. Denicus with it in the front court. Spin move. Wild shot.
Wow.
Falls in off the glass for Denicus.
Doesn't feel like Denicus can miss.
2 minutes to go in this one, 65-38. Okoboji back in 30 seconds on Q102 and our live video stream at exploreokoboji.com.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
The Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
And we welcome you back here to the fourth quarter of our boys matchup. It's Okoboji leading George Little Rock 65-38. 2:02 to go in this one, and we've got some new players on the floor here for the Pioneers. Jace Joe stand into the game for the first time tonight. And also Drew Behrens checks in. And some new Mustangs as well from the looks of things. We'll get those numbers in a moment. Here's Jace Joe stand at the wing. Now to Caden Joe stand. Gets it over to Calling, drives in, bounce pass out to Schlachter. Top of the key, Behrens for three, nope, off the front of the rim, and a rebound goes to George Little Rock. Minute 37 to go. Here's Brandon Van Briesen back into the ball game. Also Tyler Grieve tries to go down inside. We're gonna have a foul here. They went to Charlie Hamilton, and the foul is gonna be on Drew Behrens. Drew Behrens is a junior. He's 6'5". So another tall player for Okoboji, and Hamilton will shoot some free throws here in a moment. Okoboji will bring Caden Joe stand out, and into the game for the first time, Christian Gonzalez. 6'3" sophomore Hamilton off the front of the rim on a 1-and-1, no good. Rebound goes to Okoboji and Behrens. And Calling will bring it up here. Oh, loses the handle on it, but recovers. Finds Schlachter. Now Ethan puts it on the floor. Goes over to an open Gonzalez. He puts it on the floor. Down inside to Behrens. Power dribble and will draw a foul. Free throws are going to come up here for Behrens in a moment.
It's a good job by Behrens. Saw that he was surrounded, like you said, a nice little power dribble move and a lot of hands reaching in trying to get the basketball.
And Behrens will shoot a free throw here as the foul was on Van Briesen, and that rolls around the rim, no good. Post-game shows coming up with Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. Do hope to chat with Okoboji boys head basketball coach Ryan Stumbo. Another free throw off the front of the rim, no good. And rebound goes to George Little Rock. Minute 05 to go in this one. And Van Briesen brings it up for the Mustangs. Now, a player on the floor. They'll go down inside. Hamilton off the glass, good for Charlie Hamilton. 65-40, 50 seconds to go. Calling will take his time getting it across the timeline. Here's Gonzalez into the corner to Joe Stand. That's Jace Joe Stand. Loses the handle on it, now picks it back up. Dribbling top of the key. Over to Schlachter. Looks for a screen from Behrens. Back to Gonzalez. Now over to Calling at the wing. He'll dribble it back up top. Under 30 seconds to play. To Joe Stand at the wing. Puts it on the floor. Gonzalez. Back out to Calling. 15 seconds to go in this one. Here's Ethan Schlachter. He's okay with burning a little clock. 10 seconds to go. Now back over to Calling. 5 seconds, and that's going to do it. Okoboji's going to get the win in the boys' game tonight, 65-40. Pioneers upping that record to 7-4 and 5-4 in Siouxland Conference play. We will take a timeout, a 3-minute timeout. Post-game show on the way with Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. That's on the way in 3 minutes on Q102 and the video stream at exploreokoboji.com.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
She shoots, she scores! Touchdown Pioneers. Wow, what a throw. Hey Pioneer fans, this is Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group in Arnolds Park. And no matter the season, I want to wish all of our athletes and coaches the best of luck for a fun, healthy season. Go Pioneers.
Okoboji High School is proud to sponsor all Okoboji students in their activities. Okoboji High School wishes good luck to the Okoboji Pioneers as they work hard all season. Be proud to represent the Okoboji Pioneers in education and activities.
Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
Get dressed in your favorite team apparel from CC Screen Printing and Embroidery. High-quality in-house screen printing and embroidery. Custom team apparel to team fundraising. Lynn and her team will do it right and on time. CC Screen Printing and Embroidery, Highway 71 North Milford, and online at ccscreenprint.com.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnolds Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnolds Park.
The Lakes News Shopper would like to wish the Okoboji Pioneers and area sports teams the best of success this season. The Lakes News Shopper appreciates all the hard work and dedication that the student athletes and coaches put into their seasons and are very proud of the Pioneers.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
So a pretty complete game. Couple of different guys touching the floor tonight, and it's good to get those young guys the experience and watch the upperclassmen and regular starters do their thing.
Everybody got to play tonight for the Okoboji boys, which is certainly a nice thing for them. And Pioneers again improving to 7-4, 5-4 in conference play. On the flip side for George Little Rock tonight, 14 for Drew Denikus, 4 for Max Gruss, 3 for Matt Helken, 2 for Charlie Hamilton, 6 apiece for Tyler Grieve and Isaiah Johnson, 3 for Micah Jumbeck, and 2 for Taylor Putnam. George Little Rock falling to 0-10. They are 0-9 in Siouxland Conference play as the boys' squads are about to that halfway point. They need one more game to hit the halfway point on the season. And let's see, Okoboji in that second half shooting 50%, 12 of 24. We'll bring head coach Ryan Stumbo in here on the post-game show from Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. And Coach will let you get things situated there. George Little Rock, second half of this one, shooting 9 for 30. And if my math skills were better, I would know that that is 30%. All right, Coach, thanks for joining us here in the post-game show. Congrats on a nice win here this evening, and I just thought an all-around good team effort tonight for your guys.
Yeah, thank you. I totally agree. So really proud of the boys. Really been able to focus and just be poised. I think that was the biggest thing that kind of stuck out to us tonight as a staff is just we got out to a slower start, and that hasn't happened to us for a little while, but such just an even keel group, and we were really disciplined tonight and, worked to continue to get good looks and move the ball on offense and try to really recommit ourselves to the defensive end of the ball all the way through a game. and really, really proud of how our guys stepped up and did those things.
Yeah, great ball movement by your guys this evening. You took care of the ball really well, and Lucas Lorenzen again, with the 26 points. And did he cross a specific mark at all tonight when they announced that? We missed that up here, actually.
Yeah, he I think hit 1,500 tonight on his career, so that is an incredibly special accomplishment. It just kind of speaks to him and his ability to score the stinking ball. It's kind of always been like that since he's come in as a freshman, and that's a very, very special honor, and it's a very kind of unique and exclusive group that is able to say that for a career. So for him to to do that, especially with an injury taking him out of the majority of last season. It just speaks to him, I think, as a player and his skill set and how much time and effort he's kind of put into his craft. So, whenever those type of things happen, you're excited and you're happy, and it's quite the accomplishment. Just a huge congratulations to him.
Also a nice night for Caleb Pashong for you. And I just – the nice thing about Caleb is that when everybody crashes down on Lucas – there's Caleb, and he's ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yes,
he's never afraid. He's never shocked that the ball's coming to him or anything. He's just ready to go, and you need that when you got a player like Lorenzen.
Yeah, no, I don't mean to laugh. I just totally agree with you. And Caleb is such an important piece for us. He is such a release valve, and teams can't just lock in. He has stepped up time and time again, and I've mentioned this about him before, but he's a basketball player. He's a kid. He loves the sport. So he knows. He's very savvy. He's very aware of where he is on the floor and where to position himself for good looks. He takes good shots. He's one of our smartest kids that way, and so he has been able to kind of find ways and openings to kind of capitalize on a lot of that, and he is a huge piece for us. So he had another really good night, really efficient night, it seemed like anyway, kind of just watching from the bench, and again put himself in positions on offense to help us, and then guarding was able with his length to do some really nice things for us. To kind of contest shots and make things difficult on the defensive end. So we definitely need him. He's a big deal, and appreciate his effort tonight too.
And your post guys combined for 11 tonight. So anytime you can get double figures out of the post position, and we've talked a little bit before how you have some really nice height on this basketball team, not even counting Lorenzen into that factor.
Right.
And so anytime you can get those guys into double figures in a conference where height is every night you're going against 6'7", it seems like that's a good thing.
Yeah, and we try to get Aiden and Caden active early and get them looks, something we were trying to improve off of from kind of earlier this past week. We missed them sometimes when I felt like we had opportunities to kind of get them around the rim, and you probably saw that we went in kind of early, and they were able to make some strong moves, and sometimes those moves are going to go and sometimes they don't. But one thing we're trying to really work on is the necessity to stick with it. They're too good of looks to change anything about them. So really, really proud of their contributions as well, and it's great to see Aiden and Caden be able to put that thing in around the hoop too.
Okay, so let's talk about the upcoming schedule. Rock Valley on Friday, correct?
Yep.
First time you've seen them this year.
We played them earlier.
You did play them earlier.
It got postponed because they made another really good run, obviously, for football.
Right,
so
that's
they
right.
They were supposed to be our first game. It got postponed, and we saw them before break. And, just a phenomenal team. Our conference is always really, really strong, and this year, is no exception to that. It runs really deep, I think. This year, even so compared to maybe some others, and Rock Valley, they're the real deal. So we know we have an important stretch of our schedule here where we've been able to do a lot of nice things, but we're going to need to build off that. We're going to need to be ready to go for these upcoming games, and we know what Rock Valley is going to bring. They're going to be super well coached. They're going to play tough and physical. They just work really, really hard out on the floor. And play with good tempo and good pace. So we definitely will need to be ready for them, and we're excited for the opportunity to be at home again this Friday.
Congrats, 4 in a row to start 2022. You'll take that, I guess.
I will take that any way, shape, or form.
Hey,
absolutely.
Thanks so much, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That is head coach Ryan Stumbo joining us here in the post-game show from Doctors Norland and Cornwall at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. Thanks again, Coach. Appreciate it. We always appreciate Ryan Stumble coming up here to join us in the post-game show. And again, the final in our boys contest tonight, Okoboji gets to win 65-40. On the girls' side, the Pioneers won 69-34. They play Rock Valley on Friday, and you will be able to hear those games Friday. And I believe that's here on Q102. Yes, it is, here on Q102. On Friday, we are going to have some Pioneer Wrestling Thursday here on Q102. Scott and I will have that as Sibley O'Cheaton and Sheldon come to town in coverage of that around 6 o'clock on Q102 on Thursday night. Some final thoughts, Drew, before we wrap things up?
Yeah, a couple of well-played, complete games for both Pioneer squads tonight. The boys and the girls come away with commanding, impressive victories over George Little Rock. It's got to be a good feeling, kind of get the ball rolling, keep the ball rolling in the case of the boys team. And you know, it's always good to pick up a win, no matter what. It's always good to get an extra number in the win column rather than the loss column.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me here this evening. Good to see you as always, Drew. And I want to say thanks to Matthew doing an outstanding job with our video stream at ExploreOkoboji.com. Thank you to Kurt Karstens with Karstens Financial Group for making the video stream possible here tonight on Arnolds Park Throwback Night, the Wildcat Throwback Night. It was really fun here in the gym tonight to see everybody in the purple honoring the Arnolds Park School. And want to say thanks as well to Elizabeth doing a good job back at Q102 Mission Control in Spirit Lake. Okoboji completes the sweep here this evening over George Little Rock. I'm Jason Jacobs. Good night from Milford.